You know? Okay. I'm surrounded by dungeons and dragons and petty wagons. The poor petty the wagon, begging for change in heaven. Liquor store next to the churches, they walking past it. On the very same corner, asking for blessings. Sitting here talking to God, expressing confessions, asking questions. They say don't ask, but I need answers to these cancers affecting my daily mantras. Demons asking to enter, left and right of my gender, but I remain center. Cold world of summer exit for winter. Fuck mics, this is sex with a pencil. No next mental text, paint pictures like aerosol stencils. Aerosol, no aerosol. Send shots dead at y'all with no care at all. Hammers get carried on and carried off. Bodies get carried on and hurried off. This a Midwest nigga.
You and me, real lyrics, no truancy. Minus running streets, visit hip-hop in this eulogy. Quicker than velocity, you little niggas is squash to me. Smaller than apostrophe, insanity's my philosophy. No discrepancies, cuts, they won't infection me. My trigger pull a wreck, having sex with the trajectory. Without the message, a message in the intestine. Watch, I bring it from the stomach, harder than the erection beat. I spit it loose, they saying they bringing truth, but it's far from being truth like presidential selection. Straight jacket music, I'm welcoming any challenger. Treat the words like an amateur, let them fight in my pulpit. They bullshitting, no bullshit. I'm focused like better lenses on HD cameras. I'm like a catalyst. Know the game like an analyst. Cable connect challenge. It's deadly, we putting fire on wax without the candle lit. Bread on his head, kill it dead and get the bounty back. Life's just a bitch and I'm probably where you gon' find her at. Where you gon' find her at.
Let's go. What's good, people? What's good, man? How y'all doing today, man? Yeah, we back today for another Saturday edition of State of Gaming. If you in the chat, man, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you all share the stream out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time we go live. And let's get to it, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. This week has been just full of amazing content for us. And so we definitely going to do what we do. And that's we gather together and just have a conversation, man. Just have a conversation. We might trip out and stuff like that, but we here to have a conversation. So I'll be solo dolo probably for the first half of the show. I know Noah gets off at 6:30 now, so he'll be coming in probably in another half hour or so. I don't know where Mello is. I dropped the link in the DM, so they'll pop up when they pop up. If they see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. We gonna keep the show moving. Because that's what we do. That's what y'all asked me to do. Y'all say post up. We need some consistency out of you, brother. You can't keep shorting us on the content like this, brother. And so, you know, I'm pulling up every Saturday, man. I had a busy day. I don't know if I told y'all I'm moving from this location, so probably by next weekend, probably by the next show, I'll be in my new location at my new place and stuff like that. I went and seen it today. First time we see it, it was some issues that we seen and stuff like that. And so those things have been rectified and stuff like that. So it's ready to go. On Monday, I'll probably go get the keys and stuff like that. And then throughout the week, I'm gonna be moving into the new location and getting set up and stuff like that. Which I might not see. Yeah, y'all still see me online because I got my phone, but in terms of the computer and stuff like that, transferring the internet over there, getting all that stuff set up, the stuff you got to do when you're moving to a new location, I got to take care of all that this week, and hopefully by next weekend, we'll be solidified, and I got a surprise for y'all next week too, man. So stay tuned, stay tuned. Yes, sir. Thanks, get. So I'm gonna check the chat, man. See who pulling up, man. Do we got our usuals today? Let me look at this chat, man. Hold on, let me give you the Tina Turner shoulders. You feel me? Because if you are usual, if you just pull up every time I go live, gotta give you the the Tina Turner shoulders. You feel me? What's love? So let me check the chat out. Let me see who here. Let me shout y'all out. Give y'all respect and due diligence. And then we'll get the show started and stuff like that. And we're going to have we're going to chill. We're going to kick it this Saturday, man. It's Saturday. I ain't got to work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing else to do. I was going to take my lady to see Creed 3, but she haven't seen the first two. She haven't seen the first two. So I'm going to get her to watch the first two today. And then hopefully tomorrow or something, take her to see Creed 3. I heard it was a great movie. Let me see here. Who we got here? Let me see here. Why is that not doing it? Okay. I'm talking. Shout out to Mac City Entertainment with the $2. That's the interview. Say Sony ass in the streets for real. Which interview? Which interview you talking about? I got to go over there and take a look at Destin last few videos that he put out. I did watch yesterday. This morning I finished up Hoag's Law video. He did a really good job. You could tell he's still going through his recovery phase, but he's getting back to being him. So it was good seeing him with the head on, the Michigan head on, and just breaking this stuff down for us to understand like he usually do. That's his area of expertise. So I hope he keep as he go through recovery that he don't push himself too hard, but he hop on live stream every now and then and can rap with us about his area of expertise. But I'm gonna shout y'all out. I'm gonna give y'all due diligence. The sync was good. Ray and them. Let's do this, and we gonna get it popping. So, we got King Reaper 74G. Put some G on his name. Put some gangsta on his name. You feel me? We got HB in the place to be. What's good, brother? Or sister, hope everything is all good with you. I don't want to disrespect nobody. I don't know if y'all male or female, and I can't assume that everybody's in the chat. That's in the chat is male. I have a tendency to do that. I mean, no disrespect. All right. Once again, my brother Mac City Entertainment, who's always showing up, one of the best bots in the land. We got Yeezus. I think that's AKA only on Xbox. You feel me? What's good, brother? Yep. And then who else we got? I know what you're talking about. You gonna get this work. I'm a fan of Loaded Lux too, my brother. I watch battle rap too, my brother. Historical moment in battle rap, brother. What he did when he displayed that level of artistry. That was upper echelon penmanship. That was the God pen. What he did to old boy from Detroit. But we're gonna keep it going. Thriller Ali, what's good? Merkenstein, what's up? All right. Oh, man, I haven't seen him in a minute, but I thank him for always showing up and supporting the channel. Rob, who randomly robs everybody. What's good, brother? You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who else? But who else? We know who else, you little pony in disguise. You tricked me. I ain't gonna never forget that, brother. You tricked me, but it's all good as long as you support the show, man. Thank you for supporting the show and pulling up, man. Yes, HB, I played Wolong. We're gonna talk about that today. I made it to the first boss. Now I ain't made it past the first boss. There's some things I gotta do. But yeah, I like it. I like the level of difficulty. And once I get past the first boss, I think Mellow and we'll talk about it. I ain't finna talk about it now. Y'all always get me moving ahead, man. Y'all always get me moving ahead. Black Lightning, I'm gonna shout you out. I don't want no food comments in the chat today, brother. No food comments in the chat. Do not distract me today with no pork chop, lamb chops, or oxtails, brother, because I know you're going to bring up something. We're not going to do that today. I don't do the pork. I don't do the pork. Lamb chops. But see, you got me already. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right, Black Lightning, what's up, brother? Good to see you, or sister, as I said. Iron Mike, one of the dopest bots in the land. Don't take no BS from them ponies. Always repping next box. Always calling out the BS. What's good, Iron Mike? Thanks for coming through. The Zinc, a.k.a. Don't have me go get Ray Ray now. What's good, brother? Always glad to have you. Alexi Cola? Alexi Cola. What's good? We got Aaron. What's up? Teddy paying for me. What's good, brother? Good to see you. Always good to see you supporting the channel as well. Yes, sir. Then I got that already. DJ Berto Doss. What's good? What's good? Good to see you, man. I'm saying some day ones, man. Some A1 day ones, man. I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The Bear Baron. That's dope. The Bear Baron. I thought I was going to mess that up for a minute, but I got it. All right. Destin had a guy on that told Destin that he didn't want to. Destin had a guy on that told Destin what he didn't want to hear. I gotta check that out. Is that the false patent guy? A false patent? Anthony Chipmunk, what's good? You already know. Cheers. I'll put them drinks up. Whatever if you in the crib or you at work, you know what I'm saying? If you in the crib, get your drinks ready, your snacks, you feel me? Get your food. Throw in the air fryer. You know, it ain't going to take that long to put a meal together with the air fryer. Just sit down and chill with a brother. You feel me? Just sit down, chill. Let's kick it. Let's conversate. Let's get this work, okay? Jet Fan 95 was good. We got Jelly Bo Bob. Jelly Bo Bob. Yo, Jelly Belly Bo Bob. You feel me? Hey, okay, look, you too. I'm going to start calling you Bob, okay? I'm going to start calling you Bob. Every show, we get somebody, no disrespect, but every show, we get somebody coming up in the chat with these names. Look, I want names that I could yell down the street. You feel me? Hey, the Zinc was good. You know, hey, Anthony was good. Hey, Bear Baron was good. I'm not fit to yell, hey, Jelly, check it. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, Jelly. So we're going to call you Bob around here, okay? We just going to call you Bob, right? Okay? Don't worry. Jelly Bo. Hey, I'm not calling you Hey, Jelly. No, Jelly Bo. Hey, Jelly Bo. No, we're not doing that either. We're going to call you Bo Bob or something like that. And don't worry, you're not the only one I do like that. And your new name in the chat, you're not the only one I do. I do HB up there. Go look at Harry. And you'll see why I just call him HB. But it's all fun and good, brother. It's all fun and good. All right. Shout out to Born Stella Makes External Lasting. Ooh, that was a long one. You really thought about that name when you created that count, didn't you? You're a Cubs fan? Where your White Sox at? I'm a Cubs fan. I'm also a White Sox fan. I represent both sides, okay? I'm on the south side where the Sox at. The Cubs fan, the Cubs are up north, but I represent both sides. I don't get into the politics of which team is better than each other. That stuff is like its own game. I don't know if people really know this about Chicago, but the Cubs fans versus the White Sox fans is a serious thing. And if you're on the south side and then you in a certain area where it's really, really White Sox fan, do not go over there with a Cubs hat on or any Cub memorabilia on. And if you're a Sox fan and you up north, especially by Wrigley Field, do not walk up there with no Sox memorabilia on. But I'm just letting y'all know they get real serious about two teams that's in the same city. That's just on opposite side. I don't understand it, but man, they take it serious. Who else we got? We got Big Homie. What's good? What's good, Big What's good, big homie? What's good? We got the Dark Lord Fusion. Mac City with the $5. False patents say Sony opening themselves up for lawsuits with that gamer suit in California, with Xbox winning that FTC docs case. Shit sound wild. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that towards the end of the show. Well, in the latter part of the show, it depends on the flow. Because y'all gotta understand that lawsuit that's in California, that's in a federal court. That's in a federal court that has the ability to file a preliminary injunction and block the deal or not. But also, the FTC is not the only one that's asking for documentation from Microsoft or Sony. That lawsuit in California is asking for just as much paperwork from them as Microsoft is asking for Sony. Probably more. And if that federal court judge is looking at the decision that if they look, and I'm pretty sure whoever that judge is probably looking at the court documentation from the FTC with how Sony acting with. Hey, we'll see though. We'll see. Let's see here. We got who else? We got Ballin' Hard. What's good? What's good, Ballin' Hard? Sag Bag. What's up? Bay Area. What's good? We got A. Scott. What's good? New people in the chat every show. I am loving it. Let me see here. Post Up is my hero. Man, Joe, I appreciate that, man. With great power comes great responsibility, but I'm ready to take on that responsibility. You feel me? Mello, say something.
Can you hear me? We good looking, man.
I just want to make sure I can hear you. You know, you've been having technical difficulties. I just wanted to make sure.
All I heard was post up my role model. He said, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, we got bad juju. Hey, bad juju. We ain't dealing with no bad juju today over here. It's all good juju over here. But we respect your name, bad juju. You feel me? Y'all be tripping up there. I love Giordano's pizza. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Giordano's got that fat. And everybody talk about, bad juju. I asked Black Light not to bring up no food. But it's you. It's you. And I'm just going straight to the side just a little bit so we can get the show rolling, right?
What's good, chat? What's going on, people?
Yes, sir. Everybody talk about Giordano's deep dish.
Nah, it ain't it.
We in Chicago, we don't eat the deep dish like that. That's a tourist thing. You better get that thin crust. You better come up here and get that thin crust. And and if you ain't scared to come on the south side with a hood, get you some Italian fiesta. You feel me? Get you some. Man, I ain't gonna let me
come
stop.
on now.
Let me stop.
That boy preaching.
Let me stop. I ain't gonna keep it going. We're gonna have to do a food show or something one day.
Yeah.
Real Free Rosario was good. Sean Hayes, what's up? Mirage, what's good? What up, man? What's up, man? Let me see. Frezzo, Elzo, my Nelzo, Felzo, Elzo, Belzo, yo, Elzo, Felzo. What's good, Frezzo? My wife is from Southside Chicago. Yeah, man. Well, that's where I say that's where all the hood restaurants at. Where you know what I'm saying? You know, you want your
hit the little Italian joints.
Let me stop, man. Let me stop.
The wood fire joints. Hey.
Shout out to Two Face with the $5. Love to see the growth post. I've been following you since that lady gave you that IROC Z with no break.
What?
That's a long story. Somebody else brought that up last stream. Talking about, was that story true about that woman that gave you that comment? I don't know. One day I'll re-explain that story and give y'all the truth without Z interpretation of it. Okay.
Okay.
And then all right, we all good. I guess I think I got everybody. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Let's get to it, man. So this is what we're gonna do, man. We got a lot of talk about today. We got the Phil Spencer talk, right? It talks about COD in the merger and acquisition. I didn't talk so much about it last show because I wanted to get Mello and Noah perspective on the video and what they took from it, and then we all can discuss what we took from that. We also going to talk about PC Gamepass launching in 40 more countries. What
Ooh.
impact would that have on Game Pass?
What
And I didn't even know that. I didn't even know the scope of PC Game Pass was that limited in scope in terms of not being accessible by the other 40 countries that is now accessible by. You know what I'm saying? So I think that will only boost those. So those numbers that people be looking at and stuff like that. If
Come
game,
on.
we're gonna talk
Only
about it
half
though.
the story, man. Only half the story.
We're gonna talk about it though. We also gonna talk about Wo Long. Okay. I myself is playing it. I think I'm gonna put in some more time with it tonight. Kind of bounce between that and Hi-Fi Rush. And because I want to get past that first boss.
Hi-Fi Rush?
Yeah, man. I've been having some things in between. In the meantime, in between time, so I'm moving this week, so I might not get that much time to play because I'm finna get this shit up out of here and get on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dang.
But
oh, that's why everything. Dang. Okay.
Yeah. But then we're gonna talk about Wo Long. I'm playing it. Mello is playing it. Noah is playing it. Mello is a bit ahead of us. Me and Noah started last night. Noah passed the first boss last night. I got my ass whooped a couple of times and say, you know what? I'll just get to this tomorrow. But I know what to do. I got it. So we'll talk about our perspective on that. Give a review on the game in terms of where we at and what we play so far. And then we're going to talk about Xbox Studios update. What the guy Andy from VGC said about the state of Microsoft Studios on some of the biggest games that we're waiting on and looking forward to. Okay, we're going to talk about the Square Enix debacle in terms of it's Final Fantasy IP, which is one of the biggest IP that they have.
I can't wait for that
is not doing what PlayStation community would tell us is doing. Because the way they talk about Square Enix in their game, you would think that Square Enix will be way better off than what they are. And with Sony selling the number of systems that they're selling, what the PS4 did, what the PS5 did,
my God.
For Square Enix to be in that bit of a trouble about making we're gonna talk about it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm finna give my pastor voice on that one.
We're gonna go in. Then I'm gonna give y'all an update on the ABK information that I put out today. That's been out the last couple of weeks and just kind of consolidate it and then go from there. And give y'all my thoughts on it, kind of break things down for y'all if y'all don't understand some of the stuff that's coming out. It's a huge win for Microsoft. We knew it. Hogue Law, a man that did the live stream yesterday, breaking down that motion in the judge decision. From that, broke it down and said, "Look, I know people trying to say this a win but it's not. It's not." And I know a few people DM me, and if y'all listening, saying, "Well, we're gonna get it to." No, I ain't gonna. We're gonna get it to it. I gotta slow down because I tend to get ahead of myself. So let's go, man. Before we do that, I'm gonna get these.
Hey, man,
I'm gonna get the rest of these super chat
in this chat, bro.
Yeah, we got a lot of new people in the chat. Bro. A lot of new people in the chat, man.
I just got the scrolling.
It's incredible.
Man.
A lot of new names. A lot of new names.
Like button, man. Appreciate
I appreciate it. Hit the like button, man. We got over 80-some people watching, man. Let's get them likes up. It helps with the algorithm.
Absolutely.
Okay, that was Two-Face. Okay, I got Two-Face. All right, let's go. So let's see here. What topic any particular topic you want to start off with first, Mello?
Man,
for the chat, y'all want us to start off with any particular topic first?
He said my fanboy want to start off with that Square Enix, brother. Okay, I swear to God, boy.
Hey, well, you know what? Hey, I want
Noah to get here too, because I know he got some sauce for him. So.
Yeah, Noah, we'll wait for Noah. Noah should be on his way, man. Like I said, his work schedule changed.
Let's start off with the 40 country. Let's start off light.
Okay, we'll start off with PC Game Pass. So let me pull this up. Let me get this on the screen here. Let me make sure my messages is not showing. I'm gonna show y'all this. You know, Noah tried to get me to buy some Halo ice cream, some Master Chief. I'm gonna tell y'all, this brother Noah, he say, look at the carbs, look at the low carbs post, and this got Halo on it. Okay, let me put this on screen. Hey, we want to talk about that Square Enix. Look, we gonna go in. Believe we ain't gonna hold no punches today. We're gonna go win because it's a particular community out here that's trying to tell us something different that we didn't know what we was talking about, right?
It's up, but I want y'all to get the right energy from all three of us.
It's up, but you're gonna get this energy from all three of us. Let me tell you something. We want all of these smoke today. I'm telling y'all, but we gonna wait till Noah slide up in here because I know bro want to go in too. I don't want to backtrack, so we'll start off light with the PC Game Pass. We ain't gotta stay on that topic for too long. Anyway, so let me bring this up, right? Let me bring this up. Okay, PC Game Pass preview, meaning that it's still in beta, is available for insiders in 40 new countries as part of our mission to expand the joy and community of gaming to every player in the world. We're excited to announce we're bringing a preview of PC Game Pass to 40 new countries for the first time ever. And I'm going to get to them countries in a minute, but I think this is a perfect move. It is the perfect time to do this now that you're on the brink of acquiring Activision, right? And getting their catalog of games into your service. I think this is the perfect time for you to start expanding that reach of Game Pass in cloud. In this case, PC Game Pass, right? We got Albania, Algeria. Now I might get some of these names wrong. I could read though. I could read. Bahrain, Bolivia, Bosnia. I don't know what that is. Bulgaria.
Shout out to all the 40. Shout out to all the 40.
Costa Rica, Croatia, Cyprus, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Estonia, Georgia, Guatemala, Honduras, Iceland, Kuwait, and so on. So shout out to all these 40 countries. Peru, I ain't finna go through. Y'all ain't finna get the cabin on me talking about Post K Reed. Right. Beginning on February 28th, gamers in these. So this was on the 20. This was last month. Yeah. Gamers in these new markets can sign up for PC Game Pass preview program, giving them immediate access to a library of hundreds of highly. You know what? This is awesome because you got to think in terms of these countries, some of them might not even have access to physical hardware.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Some of them might not even have access to like physical Xbox hardware, but to know they can sign up to PC Game Pass and access all that content from the cloud if need be. That's fire. Yeah. And like I said, I think it's perfect. Given the momentum they have with the Activision deal. I think that's gonna work wonders, man. I think that's gonna work wonders. And also I didn't add this in the headline, but I do want to talk about Game Pass right now. Game Pass this year so far. We're in March, right? Atomic Heart.
Crazy.
Wo Long. We finna get Guilty Gear this month on the 7th.
Another sleeper drop.
MLB, like it's so many. Game Pass is smacking right now. If you can't find nothing in there, man, Game Pass. But we're gonna get into that. All right. So I think this is good in terms of broaden their reach in terms of PC Game Pass to get the numbers on the PC side up and going. And it said in the coming months, PC Game Pass will launch in these countries for all players to experience. This means that Game Pass community members from 86 countries around the world can play hundreds of games together with their friends and family. 86 countries, that's incredible.
So that's what makes it so dope right now. Like you said, going through this whole deal in that situation with Activision, Phil is showing you their number one focus is to increase those numbers up for Game Pass. Now, even with these locations, they might be minor, they might be minute, but those numbers add up to where they're trying to get to in the future plan. And also this improves the beneficial for us, because a lot of people say, oh, well, what does this have to do with the US and what benefits does it have for us? This actually helps with the argument of giving us the family plan as well. So
and then I see people a lot of times on Twitter, man, from these countries, they'd be like, well, when is this service is coming to our country? When are these perks coming to our countries and stuff like that? And I think us in the US, because we get things so frequent than others do, I think we kind of take for granted that, or a lot of times we assume that when we get access to some, majority of the world do, and they don't work like that, you know.
Still got regulations.
You start to realize different policy, different regulations, different things that from a business perspective that Microsoft have to adhere to in other countries that they might not have to worry about here, which make it so easy for them to put things out. But you understand, like, okay, we had to wait on this to get approved, and some of that stuff might take a long time. So I think don't take for granted our ability here in the US when things go out and announce and stuff like that, and we get access to it, that we be the first one, and other countries probably have to wait 6 months, a year, or even longer for their countries to approve certain stuff for these companies to even sell something in there. So I think that's love. Gaming down site was good. Oh yeah, thanks, man. We trying, man. We trying.
Yeah. Hey, I'm noticing too, because I had to do my whole little passport trip to go play Wulong early. But even in New Zealand, I've just found out that the rewards plan doesn't work there. So they don't even have. Just imagine what other countries don't have access to the rewards plan due to those regulations that you're mentioning, when they could be saving money towards gaming.
Yeah, and look at you. He say I'm from Algeria, and now we also need Game Pass for consoles.
See, there you go.
So they don't even have game. So Algeria is one of the countries up here that will get PC Game Pass, and hopefully, if you have a great PC, that you'll be able to experience Game Pass on the PC. Because I know at some point the console version of Game Pass is going to be there, especially if PC Game Pass is getting there. But look at that. They don't even have Game Pass for consoles. That's crazy.
But that xCloud, that's crazy. So fire for them, though. You can have a minimum $500 PC and it will run smooth.
But that xCloud,
with that xCloud,
I ain't been on xCloud in a minute. I need to go in there and check it out.
They getting close. It's getting close. Yeah, because I played 2K, a little bit of 2K yesterday on it, and I tried to go in the park. It was way better than my first.
Wait, because so
way better than my first experience.
Okay, so usually you work overnight, correct?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And you take your tablet.
Okay, yeah. So for the people that don't know, because you're right. Typically, I work overnights in my the location I work, or I do a double. So I'll take my iPad with the controller, and sync it up and play. I usually play single player games due to the fact that it was so laggy and sluggish
with the multiplayer. Okay.
With the multiplayer, but then I played a little bit of Wulong yesterday. Shout out to Wulong again. Multiplayer,
that's so fire. That's so fire. That's crazy. The ability to do that, brother. You on the iPad at work with your controller. You know what I'm saying? Being able to, access your content on the go. I think we don't really appreciate that.
The voice chat don't work. So I think it's disabled. I didn't try.
Yeah, that's because with audio and stuff. That's a lot of bandwidth.
I got to give the pros to the cons. I don't want to be a person that's like, oh my god, it's just so great.
Yeah,
it got a little pro and con to it.
Okay, so how was Wulong on from the cloud?
Smooth,
very
impressive, to the point where I went to 2K to play some games of 2K in the rec, and it actually was, it was better. It was better than what it was.
It ain't where you would expect it to be, where you want it to be, but it was good enough for you to play. Because I know the last time you tried it, you was like,
nah, it wasn't itchy. Because I was literally getting dropped out and say problem connection. I'm back at the home screen because it wasn't catching up with everybody else bandwidth, like as you say. So
All right.
Now it was good.
But that's good to know
great.
because usually when somebody is paying Nextcloud, it's in a controlled environment. They either at
Right.
home or somewhere they got the best internet and stuff like that. But you're out at your job and you're out working, so you're testing it in the environment. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So Wolong played really well,
Really
and
well.
and 2K played better
Exceptional.
than
It
exceptional.
played
That
exceptional.
means you was able to get through the game. You might have a little lag here and there, but you
Yeah.
were still able to get through a game.
I was able to pass the ball more, get a fast break dunks. You know what I'm saying? Play a little bit of defense, but that was about it.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So this is dope. This is good. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I know sometimes, as Z used to always say, gaming can be a very selfish hobby. And it is, but I don't want to leave out the people that don't have access to the things we have access to. Like, no, he's from Algeria. And that's love. We got somebody from a whole nother country,
Man,
supporting the platform, and they still don't have Game Pass for consoles and stuff. And so maybe he'll get the experience Game Pass for PC and kind of get a taste what it's like. And hopefully in the near future and coming up, that they get a console version of Game Pass. So shout out to all the people that's in this country that get to experience this incredible value, man. Just incredible value. And Game Pass is really ticking right now. We're gonna kind of do this and transition into that so we can knock that out in one conversation, plus cut in some time to get Noah to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this, man. Game Pass is hitting all marks right now, man. And I think lately you don't see them tweets Game Pass is trash no more. You don't see them tweets where they saying Game Pass ain't got no game or no value or anything like that. You know why? Because it's hidden on all cylinders right now, man. And it's just crazy. It's to a point where the backlog is crazy, man. You can't play all these games at the same time, man. And you're gonna spend some time on Wolong. If you into fighters, you got Guilty Gear X that's coming out the 7th. You just dropped Hi-Fi Rush. You just dropped Atomic Heart. Now you finna go into a month where you got Minecraft. And man, Joe, it's just, let me look at this. What's the name real quick?
Bro, it's no layover, bro.
Let me look at this real quick. So, okay, so yesterday was March 3rd. Wolong dropped, right?
Mm-hmm.
So March 7th, we're not only getting Guilty Gear X in Game Pass, we're also getting Halo Infinite Season 3, March 7th, right? Then March 14th, you got Valheim. Then March 15th, I don't think this is in Game Pass, but it's coming to Xbox. You have Sifu. Then March 28th, you got Ghostwire Tokyo. March 28th, on that same day again, you got MLB The Show 2023. So on the 28th of this month, you're getting Ghostwire Tokyo, MLB The Show 2023, Day and Date in Game Pass, right? Wolong, Day and Date in Game Pass. Halo Infinite Season 3, Day and Date in Game Pass. I don't know if I think Valheim is coming to Game Pass too.
Yeah, Valheim is going. That's that PC game,
PC game, and that's a game where we don't ever get PC game. PC games get Xbox game, but we don't ever get PC games. Well, we getting a PC game in Valheim and the Valorant company, the company behind Valorant and stuff like that. They're working on console versions of their games to put in Xbox Game Pass as well. Then the day after the 28th, which is March 29th, you got Forza Horizon 5 expansion 2 rally, which is next gen only. They didn't even do an Xbox One version. So from a first party studio wise that Microsoft didn't move ahead with next gen only, because we know every game from here on out is going to be next gen and PC only. And that's March. You already got the half, and then April with what's coming in April? Minecraft. That's another game in April too. It's another game in April. We know what's the name is in May. Like, man, look,
Redfall in May. Yeah, May
Redfall May 2nd. Like Game Pass is killing it right now. Yeah, others think Game Pass is killing it right now. Minecraft, NBA 2K, right? NBA 2K, EA stuff, whatever they launch, that stuff, Madden, all that stuff go drop. I think it's already in there already, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Madden dropped at the beginning of the year.
Look, and then shout out to Buck with the $2. COD hit Game Pass day one is when haters will shut up. Yeah, and it'll be a while for that. Once this deal go through, Sony still have their marketing rights for COD. They don't end till next year. So we won't see the new Call of Duties.
That's the game of it. The Benedict Fox game.
That joint looked fire. If you've been following that, that game, the last summer Benedict Fox,
that story gonna sell out one.
Yeah. So FIFA Jet. Look, guess what? It's doing all of this now. These are third party, AAA, AA. Then you got games on the indie scene that's looking fire, that's gonna drop in there too, man. They're doing all this before Redfall, before Starfield, before Forza Motorsport, before Hellblade 2, before Valve, and all these games, man. Game Pass is hitting this year, bro. And if they get, which I think it is, the acquisition of Activision, I think they're gonna move to put whatever games from that catalog into Game Pass as soon as they can. Then you get all the Crash Bandicoots, right? You get all the past Call of Duties that you probably want to play with multiplayer 4K 126. Man, talk to me.
Post. Talk to me. I gotta add to it because I've been, man, this brother Phil, I don't mean to be on this man like I am right now. Pause.
My girl called her. Go ahead, take it away. I'll be right back.
Oh, man, shout out to me. Alley-oop too. Shout out to this girl. But my God, I want y'all to understand and look at the back. You got to look at the back interviews, the older interviews that Phil said that this system is capable of doing. They don't even have to do anything to enhance these games for them to come into Game Pass. The system itself does the improvement from the developers. Once they hook it up and use the dev kits, it's literally a smooth transition of enhancing those games for Game Pass. So we're not waiting. I want y'all to understand, like, we're not waiting. It's 2-3 years, then you're going to start getting this type of information or these type of games in Game Pass. We talking about a couple of months. So once this deal is already done and it's approved, like I said, it's done. We champagne walking down the aisle right now. It's over with. We're good. The deal is done. And then we have the Bethesda showing, which once again, they're coming up into that 6 months again. They're going to give you another 12 months of content that's coming into Game Pass. Just like they did that Bethesda showing. And when they announced this, we talking about maybe within maybe 6 months to 7 months, you're going to see those enhancements of those games being rolled out.
Probably less than that. Probably less than that. Because you already got to understand. Bobby Kotick sent that letter around to Activision Blizzard King, saying we are beginning the transition, the transformation. So they're already even when people thought the deal was in doubt. Bobby Kotick said, "Look, we finna start the transition over to their system. We're finna start the transition. So transition the employees over to Microsoft. And guess what? It didn't take that long for them to drop them Bethesda games in Game Pass. It didn't take that long. Let me tell you something. Yeah, and shout out to the people in the chat that who is this? Jet Fan Liza P's that come later this year. Stalker 2. Look, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I don't know what people thinking, but Game Pass is cooking, right? on all cylinders right now. And when Redfall launched in May and kicked that off, then whenever this Starfield announcement, I think people are getting very antsy about not hearing nothing for Starfield and things like that. Look, if you're an Xbox fan, I know we've been waiting for a long time and stuff like that, but I will tell you this. With what they're trying to do with Starfield, you don't want them to rush.
No.
You don't want, with what you're seeing with Fallout 76 in their other games, how buggy they was and stuff when you don't want that. Give Bethesda the time they need to make that game right, because that game is gonna
listen to him. Listen to me here.
Go ahead, but what you got to say, brother?
Skip all the BS antics. Let them be antsy. We good. We eating, bro. This buffet over here is crazy right now, brother.
It is a buffet.
I've been trying to get back to playing Atomic Heart, but Wu Long came and stole the show. So I didn't jump on Wu Long because Atomic Heart was good. But
Wu Long got me too, man. I thought I wasn't gonna like it because it's like one of those what you call them, like Sekiro, right? It's
like,
Sekiro,
yeah.
Which one of the really difficult games, but
Sekiro
I'm enjoying it, man. I didn't even give Sekiro a chance, but
but this game is like the Teddy Graham version of Sekiro, but it's smooth. Even though it's from Team Ninja, them little nigglets, because I done broke some controllers from them, brother. I still remember Ninja Gaiden, but this ain't Ninja Gaiden. This is smooth, bro. This is nice. I like how I like how the game is it mimicked those games, but in their own way.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of do it to myself, right? I say I'm not gonna play that game because it's one of them really, really extremely difficult games. And then when I try it out and play it, I enjoyed the difficulty. Man, you feel me? I enjoyed the challenge of it all, even though I might get frustrated. Like yesterday, you heard me when I was playing, and I was dying because Mello had told me you got the level is 25 for the whatever map or level you on. Right. That's the max level for that stage. The final boss is level 10 for the first stage that I'm on. And so when I first tried to fight him, I was at like about 5 or level 6. So I didn't know I had to go out and keep killing the same enemies to level up, get money and stuff like that. So I got to level 21 to 22, right? And I went back, and it was the same enemies that I was fighting, right? This time, one of the enemies killed me, whooped my ass. Oh. I hit B, I didn't dodge, and that red attack hit me, boom, took me out. Then when I died, I went from level 21 all the way back down to 10.
Yeah, right? Buddy.
So my level dropped from 21 to 10. So I had to go back, right? And fight them again to get my level up. But the good thing is that after you die and your level drop that much, when you go back to fight the enemy and you get your revenge, you can regain your level back in the stuff you lost. You know what I'm saying? So you can keep going. But yeah, man. But I didn't went in all into that. You know what I'm saying,
bro? It's a really good game. That's why when I was playing, in the process of me playing it, I'm like, the game of the year contender this year it's up in the air, bro. We only in March, the beginning of March.
Yeah, it was only in the beginning of March. We're on the beginning of March.
I get like the
High-Fi did numbers.
Yeah,
High-Fi did numbers. I think Wolong is going to be a huge success because I think all of them PlayStation. Let me tell you something, and all of them PlayStation dudes who preach support the developers and all of that, I guarantee you they're playing Wolong in Xbox Game Pass. Now you might have your diehards out there, the true diehards that have purchased it on the PS5, and that's cool. You know, you want to support the devs any way you can, but we pay $15 a month so Microsoft can support the developers for us. It's a difference.
It's a difference.
It's a difference.
We hit different.
We're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You get the same outcome, but you know,
You get better results over
You
here
feel me?
because not only do the company look good, but the developers get paid. You can't
Facts.
knock it, brother. Can't knock it.
And then you got Art, then Art 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, which is I'm look that's gonna be 90 rated. I ain't seen the Hollow Knight that ain't scored in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me
I
I'm
was late
wrong.
to the party on them.
Right?
Yeah.
And then also, not just Call of Duty, Diablo 4. Shout out to David. Diablo 4. Look, man, this is going to be an incredible year to be a part of the Xbox community, man. Look, don't let nobody tell y'all to rain on y'all parade, man, and stuff like that. None of that, man. You got people out there from 2 years ago who still crying about Starfield. I didn't even.
Yeah, bro, it's bad out here.
You would have thought that the way people was talking when Microsoft first announced the acquisition of Bethesda, you would have thought the way people was talking, they ain't care about Bethesda. Bethesda trash. They don't make good games. They make buggy games, and their engine is old and outdated and stuff like that. And they still out there crying about Starfield and Redfall. We got a credible year ahead of us, people.
I'm in those spaces, and the crazy part is Starfield is such a daggone becoming such an impact that even got the PC gamers, Star Citizens, upset with the developers of Star Citizen because of what they got added into Starfield that they didn't get yet.
Yep,
bro, it's crazy out here.
Hold on, take it away. That's my mother calling me, y'all. Go ahead, take it away.
Okay, but so that's what I'm saying in the sense of allow Starfield to bake, because once they present that game in June, I think it's going to be in June. I know everyone keeps saying it's going to be sooner than that. I think Phil and them right now going to allow everything.
Say what's up to the live stream, man.
Huh?
Say what's up to the live stream.
Mama.
We said peace.
Mama post.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, bro. Okay, don't start preaching. You ready to preach already?
Tell them.
Look at you. All right, Ma. Love you, Ma. Let me finish streaming. All right.
Oh, that's wisdom right there, boy.
Yo, I just told her to say what's up. She said, Assalamu alaikum. We don't say what's up. We say peace. Then she about to start preaching. I had to get off the phone. She gonna got to talk about Elijah Muhammad, all types of stuff. She was gonna keep going too. I had to get her off the street. I go ahead, my man. But
about to get in her bag.
Yeah, she's about to get in her bag. But go ahead, brother.
But no, so that's why I think personally, because everybody thinks it's gonna come soon. I think again, Phil and them gonna allow this Activision thing to run through its course right now. Get prepared for their presentation, which they said in the interview. And when June hit, it's gonna hit, and it's gonna hit hard, because once again, we know how these consoles operate. You have that 2-year dry spell when they're transitioning over from the current gen to the next gen. This is all next gen content that's going to be dropped. And on top of that, it's going to be things that I think they learned a lot from that developer program joint they just dropped.
The developer direct?
Yeah, when they did that surprise drop for Hi-Fi Rush, I'm almost certain they're going to use that again. That same type of format, but even better this time, because they seen the results from it.
Yeah, I think they did an incredible job. They also said they're going to do a townhouse presentation like they did after they acquired ZeniMax Bethesda, and I think from there we'll get the lay of the land in terms of if Bobby going to be there, who's going to be the head after Bobby leaves, where do they go from here in terms of, now that you got Activision Blizzard King, what's the layout, what's the plan in terms of us as gamers? And I think they're going to do that. I don't think this is going to be a quick turnover. I think for them to get really where they want to be is going to take a year to a couple of years. For them to get in the groove and get everything really situated. But yeah, we're going to get
what's perfect with it though, Post, because I like what you said. It's going to take them a year or two to get into the groove. They got Bethesda kicking off hard, going crazy. they're gonna start seeing more success with Game Pass. So you already got the lineup, because I think they're gonna do that 12 months again, where they give you the six remaining months of 2023, and then 2024 got that another 6 months. The same thing they did with Bethesda over, but even more impactful, because it's going to be all next gen games that you're going to be seeing in that catalog.
And then we'll see, I think, from the towns, because they did it with ZeniMax when Phil came out and said, look, Bethesda games will be supported anywhere where Game Pass is. Anything outside of that will be on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
In terms of, we know since Sony made this deal about Call of Duty, we know what Call of Duty going to be.
Right.
I think we're going to be able to get a delay of the land in terms of the other IP. Are they going to be on those other services? Are they going to be on PlayStation and 2 along with Call of Duty? If not, is Call of Duty only going to be out there for the streets? And the other IP that Activision has, is that going to be exclusive to the ecosystem? I think we all have questions about that, because during this whole process, you had times where news outlets or journalists came out and said, look, this deal, these concessions include all ABK games.
Right.
Then you had people that said that it was only Call of Duty. Microsoft came out. Look, when Brad Smith came out and made that tweet about Nintendo, the 10-year deal that Nintendo had finally signed it, and he said Xbox game and Call of Duty games. People thought Nintendo was getting all Xbox game and Call of Duty, and then he came out and said, look, they're getting COD. We already got 20-something games over there on the Switch. This deal is only for COD. So, and we'll see. And the reason why we won't know, because we have to wait until the negotiations in terms of these concessions complete. And what the regulators' expectations of Microsoft will be for them to commit to. Once we figure that out, then the town hall meeting, once everything go due, and then we can kind of figure out how everything is just going to fall into place, man. But it's a great year so far. It is a hell of a year, man. It is a hell of a year. And I ain't gonna throw his name out. I ain't gonna put his name out there like that though. But I got a text too from somebody, Mello. I got that same text you got. I might have got it before you, but we both got the same text, you know. It's a certain PlayStation dude out there.
I'm snitching. Italian beef and Pepsi. Italian beef and Pepsi. Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know who it is? Y'all better hit that like button. Let me know.
That Italian beef and Pepsi. No McDonald's, just Italian beef and Pepsi. A hardcore PlayStation, right? We just heard him on another podcast saying, you know, Phil ain't the answer.
He ain't get no more fanboy than this.
Xbox ain't doing this and ain't doing that. They're going to sell off Xbox and stuff like this. And there's a hardcore pony going to text me saying, what that? He said, I'm going to be on Game Pass for the next 3 months.
3 to 6 months. I got 3 to 6.
He say,
put a 6 in there.
He say, post, I know value when I see.
Man. He said, Game Pass is helping my pocket.
Yo, my
in
man.
2023.
Hey, this is a hardcore pony, but he behind the scene loving Game Pass.
Man. He loving it so much, he's sitting Indian style right now.
Yo, Cal, bro. Yo, Cal.
He's sitting Indian style.
You know who
right
it is,
now
Cal.
with an Xbox controller.
Hey, he was on there. He was on.
Brother.
He was on the other show. Phil ain't the answer. See, Phil don't know how to do this. Xbox, if this Activision they gonna do,
fail.
They gonna sell Xbox and this and that. Beep, beep. I get a text message. You know, I'm gonna be on Game Pass for the next 3 to 6 months. I know value when I see it.
Bruh, I hit that message and said, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy.
Bro.
The next day, he was over there, Phil, not the answer.
That exactly.
The next
day, he sent that text. The next day, he hopped on the podcast. Phil ain't the answer. Xbox is dog shit. They finna sell it once this Activision deal don't go through. Huh? Did you just say you
I asked him, did you finish God of War? He said, huh? No, man, I've been on Wulong. I said, nigga, what?
Yo, you can't, y'all can't make this up, yo. This is facts. Y'all can't make
man. Love that man. Love that man.
Y'all can't make it.
A1, but
the
my
chip,
boy,
look, and I'm guess what, yo?
Flip-flop is real.
The flip-flop is real. Let me tell you something. And I believe he ain't the only one out there that do that. You feel me? That get on social media, that get on the podcast and be like, Xbox is trash, Xbox, and then be at the crib on Game Pass.
Oh, I had another nigga. They hit him up on Twitter. They post a screenshot of his little layout. They threw him in. He got an Xbox in between two TVs. He talking about, oh no, that's an Xbox refrigerator. Nigga, no, that ain't, nigga. That's a whole goddamn Series X. Sit your ass down.
He tried to blame it on it being a refrigerator.
He said it's a refrigerator. That ain't the Xbox Series X and all this glory sitting in between them 70-inch TVs. You
wait, hold on.
Yo, I deceive you, bro.
Wait, hold on. You mean to tell me it was a hardcore post? Hold on, let me get my girl. She picking up my mother. So let me get this. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, it is a Pony Coalition 3.0. I think he's second in command of the Pony Coalition, brother. And they had I woke up one day and I saw the picture. And I'm like, okay, that's a dope setup. He got car wheels and all the great stuff, all the good stuff. If you was a 15, 16-year-old kid, you would have a field day in this joker. It looked like Candyland in this goddamn basement. And then all of a sudden, somebody zoomed in on the picture. I mean, I don't know what type of phone they had. Probably was a Samsung. It was nice quality. Great little 1080p picture. You seen between two 70-inch TVs, a Xbox. Now, this individual, I might add, has said, I sold my Xbox off. Phil Spencer and them is trash. The power, I ain't seeing 12 T-flops.
I know who you talking about. I know who you talking about. Let's bring him up.
Pointed out. Let's bring him out. Like, hold on. Did you just got an Xbox there that you told me you sold off, but you're lying to me now? And that's a refrigerator. Nigga, what?
Hold on. Let's see, can we bring this brother up on charges?
My God.
Let's see if we can bring this brother up
on charges. Homies, do you hear me? Oh, who that? Oh, what up?
Yo.
What's going on, dude?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
I see your Xbox screen right now.
Hold on. Is this the picture? Hold on, let me see.
Man,
hey, let me make sure this is the picture.
I already know who y'all talking about.
Let me put in a DM. Let me put in a DM. Is this the picture right here?
I'm just saying. That's what he said to me.
Is that the picture right there?
I'm saying, y'all, hold on. Where you at? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Wait. One moment, folks. Nah, that ain't it.
It's another one.
Let me say this about it. I'm gonna say
this
this
person though, but it's in between. I think it's behind the couch or something.
Let me say this about him. Without giving it away.
Let me find it.
This dude used to run with some hardcore ponies. They kicked him out the group for being the Xbox lover. True story. Am I lying, post?
Wait.
Not a lie. Yo, not a lie. No lies detected over here, player.
They caught that man, and they saw that man receipt hanging out his pocket for an Xbox. They said, "Hey, yo, homeboy, what is that?"
What are we doing here?
He said, "I bought that X." You bought what?
You know, because you get a lot of them tweets and a lot of them posts how PlayStation is supposed to, sold their Xbox or took it back and stuff like that. But then you get them showing their achievements, and when the game come out that Xbox community is celebrating, they all of a sudden they got an Xbox again, and they tried their game out and it was trash. I'm like, you just said you sold your X.
Got it. What are you doing here?
Shout out to Zero Power with the $4.99. Sony fans say support the devs, but let foreclosure flop.
Ooh.
And cause the studio to close. We gotta talk about that.
I told you, gonna throw a brick.
Zero.
That's why I wanted. Here he's gonna throw a brick.
Thank you, Zero. Thank you, Zero. And that's why I put the and more. That's why I put the "and more" on the
That's why I
show
put that
because I
in
know
that
people gonna
more.
come through for us in the chat.
We gonna
Thank
talk
you,
about
Zero.
it. They was waiting on me. We gonna talk about it. We got a
He
lot to
called
say
that
about that.
He called that
We got
joint.
a lot to say about that.
He called that joint foreclosed.
Foreclosure. They got the bug smooth up out of here though. I ain't even gonna hold you. They got to be the fastest pump and dump I ever seen in my life, bro.
Hey yo,
Ain't been 30
no
days.
shots at the damn thing. You
Man,
know, you never
shit.
want to see that happen. It's funny because that's literally what.
They like, oh, y'all done? All right, go ahead and get up out the house, man. Go ahead.
Yo,
We're gonna emerge you with another group.
Yo, hold on.
Which
man.
means some people finna lose their jobs. Don't forget the layoffs.
Okay, but look, before we slide, because we definitely gonna talk about this Forspoken thing. And before we slide into that, I just want to get Noah's perspective because we did talk about Wolong. We didn't stay on it too long. I want to get both of y'all perspective on Wolong, where y'all at, how far y'all at. I know I'm behind. Once I beat the boss today, we all three of us gonna stream co-op. All right.
I gotta go to work. I'll be on tomorrow, Sunday. I'll be on tomorrow.
Okay.
For that.
All right. So Noah, what's your perspective? You playing Wolong now, ain't you?
Yeah, but I'm just grinding my player. That's all.
Let me tell you something. Leave it to this
grinding.
brother. He gonna play a game every show. He gonna be playing something every. That's why he be so quiet. All you be hitting is buttons.
Oh, here you go. I found the post. Hold on. I got you, brother. Hold on.
But okay, so Noah, if y'all take a look at Noah's screen, he is playing Wolong right now. Noah, how far have you got? I know you beat the first boss. What you think of the game? Try to do a mini review of it.
Pose. All right. So I'm not too far ahead of you, bro. This is like the next level after you beat that.
Oh, you got the weapon from the first boss.
I don't like this weapon, bro. It's too slow. I'm about to switch back to my sword.
Okay.
This game, I'm not a big fan of Souls games, but I think you would still, if you don't like Souls type games, I think you'll still like it because it's got a little mix of ninja gating along with your typical Swords game. The parry system is fire on here. If you can time the parries.
Oh, check your phone.
If you can time the parries, you'll really like the parry system. The combat in the game is fun. And not to say the game is nowhere near easy, but I find it easier to get into than most games like Neo and Bloodborne. Like, it's easier to get into now. When you get running to these bosses, the bosses will kick your goddamn ass. Post no. Oh, Post muted. Mellow no.
Yeah. Oh no. Out the gate, the game came out. Like when I first played it out the gate, it was difficult to the T. But shout out to me actually playing Sekiro and getting into these type of titles like Elden Ring. It came out fluid once I started understanding the actual combat and what they was expecting from you. With Sekiro, it's heavy part parry. With this game, it's beneficial to parry, but they want you to attack as well. And with them adding that extra character, even though the NPC is dumb as a box of rocks, they will literally watch you get 7-pieced in the corner. And the moment your gauge hit a certain red, they be like, hey,
that's when they start to help.
I'm going to help you out. Get behind me. Like, nigga, you should have been here throwing hands at this nigga when he had me in the corner of the bar beating me up because I was trying to talk to his chick. Go ahead, Post. Like, nigga. But, I was complaining about an upgrade system, like the swords or the weapons, because I'm like, dang, what if I find me a nice set that I'm enjoying? Why can't I upgrade it? Come to find out, the further you go into the game is when you actually get access to upgrading your weapons as well. And your armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried about that because that initial sword that you get, it's good, but yeah, it's high for the enemies that you fight. But as you get through the game, you know what I'm saying. You want okay, so we're gonna do this. Please pay attention. I want to do this here. Let me make sure this here. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so this is Exhibit A. I'm gonna put this on the screen. Yes. Yeah. This is Exhibit A. Okay,
man, clean
Chat.
setup. Look at that right
Chat,
there.
pay attention to this. Hey, if you know, you know.
Need to wipe the TVs down, but the clean setup. Look good.
Clean setup. You know, got his his PlayStation seat. You know, him and his son, they could race at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But let me know if y'all see it.
Where's Waldo?
Where is Waldo in this picture? Let me know if y'all see it.
Do you
right?
see Waldo?
Yes, thank you, Sagbag. Let you see it, right?
World's most powerful console.
Y'all know who this is, right?
The world's most powerful
Now, thank you, Tidy Man. Now, how many tweets you done seen from J-Dub, Kratos, about him taking his Xbox back to the store and selling it because wasn't nothing on there to play?
Post. No, skip all that. That man personally thanked me with the suggestion of saying, go take the Xbox back because they ain't paying or they ain't got no games that he want to play. He said, I got a PC and I don't need this Xbox.
The man put receipts on the screen. Fake receipts.
Brother. My God. Oh my God.
You know, he's a master troll. Let me tell you something.
Bruh.
Whenever you can get the
Bruh.
fake receipts, let me tell you something. Kratos is my homie, though. Don't get me wrong.
Shout out to the bro, but that nigga
Kratos is the bro. Let me tell you something. That brother be trolling his ass off. Let me tell you,
oh
right?
My God.
And right. So let me do this right. That go to Zoom. Right.
Ain't no motherfucking way, boy. Ain't no way, boy.
And he tried to tell Mello
I see it.
that was a mini Xbox for me.
He told me that's a refrigerator, brother. That's a refrigerator. What?
Yo!
Almost fell out my seat, bro.
Let me tell you. Look, bro. Let me tell you something.
Crazy.
Let me tell you. The cap is real. Let me tell you something. Look, I don't believe none of these dudes. I believe all of them got Xbox or some type of access to Game Pass. Because you hear it, you see it. When Half-Five Rush came out,
they was right on it.
They was on it. You had ponies trashing the game, right? Went and played it and came back and retract their statements. But these ponies who sit on Twitter all day and trash Xbox is games in this. What you doing with an Xbox? What you doing in Game Pass? How do you get here?
Yeah.
You've been telling us for the last month on Twitter that Game Pass and Xbox is trash, and yet you playing Half-Five Rush.
I'm playing Spider-Man. And then you over here playing on the Xbox. Like, bro, come again. I'm in GTA. Ooh, we in PlayStation VR. Ooh, the graphics. Ooh,
so I don't believe nothing. All of them who trash Xbox all day got one. Or some type of access to Game Pass. Because they make it clear every time a game come out, especially if it's a game that the Xbox community is up on and hyped for. For example, Half-Five Rush. Look how many of them was playing Atomic Heart.
Bruh, was on the game, rolling.
Hey.
Now, I'm just saying, chat. Now, if you was a business, and if I'm going off of, you got two papers in front of you. You got on your left, you got social media, and its biasness or its concerns about your system, and then on the right of you, you got the sales numbers and the logins of how many people is logging into your goddamn accounts to play your games and your content. The numbers ain't adding up, brother. The computer's not computing here.
Especially when you
come on now.
Especially when your partner studio is shutting down every day.
Bro.
Okay, so let me while y'all doing that, let me bring up this Forspoken joint because I know Noah, I know you and Noah had. I'm gonna let y'all take this because I know y'all had a lot y'all want to say on this.
Absolutely, Streets. What are we doing here?
Oh shit! Post, you ever beat that boss?
No, I'm gonna beat him today, brother. I'm beating him because I want to do co-op. I want us to do co-op. Let me pause. Is he?
You know, I gotta put my bro on the spot. Hey, Post was raging.
Hey, come on now. We ain't doing that. Come on, we ain't doing that. I told him I was raging yesterday. I was raging. I pressed me. Yo, it's a time, and somebody said in the chat that it becomes really easy once you get the master the parry, and I have to do that because sometimes I will press B too early. And it won't dodge, and I still get hit by the red attacks. And that's what I was screaming last night. Like, I hit B. I hit B. Why he ain't move? They cheating. I get to say they cheating. You don't know who they is, but you know, somebody cheating.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, so we're gonna move along. Forspoken Studio Luminous Productions has been shut down. Its developers have been folded into Square Enix. Publisher Square Enix has just confirmed via a short press release that its subsidiary studio, Luminous Productions, will be shut down. Its developers will be folded into the larger Square Enix development arm. Luminous Productions officially released only one title, the critically mixed open world RPG Forspoken. Which came out about a month ago. Wow.
Grand opening, grand
so
close.
It appears far from coincidental that Square Enix is now decided to shut. Let me warm up.
They decided to shut. They
They
got their water turned off.
Let me do this. Hold on. I got you. Let me finish this out. Let me finish this out, and then I'm gonna let you two. I'm gonna let you two rock soon. I finish this out, right,
bro?
A month ago, so it appears far from coincidental that Square Enix is now deciding to shut the studio down. Got to get in my reporter voice, you know. Though Forspoken wasn't a commercial flop, ranking 7th in the list of best. Oh, did they just throw an ad in front of me like that?
Hey, they gotta pay the bill. They gotta pay the bill.
Did they just throw an ad in
They ain't
front
trying
of
to
me
end
like
the foreclosure, baby. They trying to get their money, man. They trying to get their money.
Hey, my bad, chat. They just added me with. Okay, though Forspoken wasn't a commercial flop, ranking 7th in the list of best-selling games in the United States for January 2023. I want to talk about that because a few people was celebrating about that success. As per NPD, Square still clearly considers that the Luminous devs were better off working on other projects rather than making their own. Wow. As per an official statement by Luminous, as seen below, the merger into Square Enix proper will officially occur on May 1st, up until which the team will focus on delivering patches to improve the Forspoken's visual performance. They add that they will deliver an update on said patch soon, and that the previously confirmed DLC in Tanta Retrust will suffer no interruption and is still slated to arrive this summer. All right. Mello and Noah, take it away.
Go ahead, Noah. Go do your thing, Noah.
They told me that Game Pass was bad for gaming, did they not?
That is facts, Noah.
They said, how's Phil paying all these studios? How the publishers getting paid? Support the devs. Did they not?
That's facts, Noah.
They told me $70 games ensures the developers are getting paid and to make sure that the studios stay open. I done heard it all, bro.
That is facts, Noah.
Is this game $70 or not?
It's $70. That is facts, Noah.
Big 70 plus
Is
10.
this game a PlayStation exclusive or not?
That is facts, Noah.
Yes, absolutely.
They told me PlayStation players buy games.
Time exclusive, I might add. Time.
And yet here we are looking at Luminous Productions being absorbed into their parent company.
That nigga said absorbed. Nigga,
We're going to use the term absorbed.
Not the only
niggas got fired.
They get shut down and spread it out.
They got fired. I don't care what y'all talking about. We're not about to sit here and use the PR talk on how somebody get to lose their job. The game was a flop. It was double wood with extra sauce on it. They sit here and try to use the finesse tactic of what Sony always do. is give you a BS game with a top flight goddamn actor. They try to go in the little celebrity world and pay her some nice coin. Shout out to her getting her bag and her coin, but your game flop, baby girl. It's over with. It's done. It's finito. It's a wrap.
Like that. Don't do the sister.
Nah, get your money, baby. They ain't gonna refund your money. You good. Yeah. But I, as a PlayStation user, you should be upset because guess what? They only gonna give you one DLC pack, an update, and they even left up out the daggone cornerstone on you. This game didn't even make it to March. It didn't make it to March before it shut down. I would be wanting a refund. I would be petitioning. This is what you get your tiki torches for. They done took y'all $70 and hit the Ellen Highway on you. They done took off on you. The plug left.
Wait a minute.
And then you listen to J-Dub them. Oh, the environments is so great. Look at the parkour. She's flipping and rolling and doing all type of beautiful things on the screen.
Hey, I'm gonna let them rock. I'm gonna let them rock. They've been wanting to get this out for a minute. I'm gonna let them rock.
Game come out?
She didn't even pay her rent for the month of March. They got her ass up out of here.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, the writing is on the wall, and then, bro, it rolling into the square. But when I'm gonna lay back, cause Square, y'all, I got something for y'all because Jim Ryan told you bums, and y'all didn't want to believe him. He said, "Yo, these single player only driven video games are killing us.
Ain't cutting it.
We're dying over here, Petey.
Wait a second. When the article drop?
And y'all didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. Now everybody want to run. And I told you fools. I was the one getting bashed when I said Spider-Man ain't it. Nigga, we on Spider-Man 19. You on Ratchet and Clank 2022. And you niggas are still sitting here trying to defend this mess. I told you niggas.
Oh, wow. Let him rock. I'm going to let him rock.
I said the moment when I showed that documentary and I said, Mag, goddamn it, Soulcom, goddamn it, Killzone and Resistance. When they switched their motto to single player only driven games, that's when the vein of the goddamn company died. And I told you niggas. Now when you look on Twitter, look at what everybody's doing. Teddy, I'm on your heels, nigga. I know you're gonna see this. I'm on your heels, Teddy.
What happened with Teddy?
Because I told Teddy.
What you tell Teddy?
I said, hey man, the fans, amen, say man. The fans want Soulcom. I told this nigga. He told me in my face, nobody wants that dog-ish. That's trash. I'm trying to be cool because we're trying to pay the bills. YouTube got their little algorithm. We're trying to keep it smooth. This nigga told me, nobody want that BS. Nobody plays Soul. I said, fam, I'm watching PC footage of people modding Soulcom just to play the game. No, you're lying. Your eyes are fooling you. Now, when I said, yo, I did a video.
Hold on, Mello. Hold on. Finish up. Let's finish up the Forspoken rant. Get the first. Then you
we got her. She cool. Let me get them post. She at the welfare office right now. Gotta figure it out. Ain't gonna be no Forspoken 2. It's for closure. Done. It's done.
Oh man, I'm gonna let her rock, man. Go ahead, get it out, man. Go ahead, get it out.
And I told these little fools. I said, hey, they need to remake, remaster. Goddamn it, either Meg, Resistance, because of the climate. Now all of a sudden, I mean, literally less than 24 hours later, you start seeing everything in post. Which game do you think, since the EA deal is about, the Activision deal is about to close, what game do you want to see Sony bring back, remaster the remake?
Everybody
you niggas bagged yourself in the corner as the rats that y'all are, and it's a done deal. Jim sold y'all out. I'm telling you this now. They rode the wave of that single player BS, and they water about to be cut off. Now they scrambling. Okay. And you're starting to see it with Square Enix and that goddamn foreclosure.
Shout out to our brother Dirk Griggity with the $5. Square Enix didn't even give the game a chance to pick up steam. They shut that shit down with the quickness. Some ponies still saying it didn't fly.
Oh, shit.
Okay, shout out to
release.
Mac City again with the $2. Today's ponies found out they have HIV. What? yo, y'all
Hey.
tough. Y'all tough in the chat.
Hey, but look,
Noah,
Dirt, let me say
you
this.
got anything else to say about this, man?
Dirt Mellow brought up an interesting point. This game came out January 24th of this year. They made that announcement on March 1st. That's a month and 6 days.
Bro, it's a year time.
Bro,
It's supposed to come to the Xbox. It didn't even make that. They didn't give it no legs. They gave it one update because it came out buggy and half-ass. Then they said, "Oh, it's time for us to go. We part of due." Shout out to everybody that bought our games. Y'all are the real MVPs. You know what? They did so bad. They made Battlefield look good. And we know the problem with Battlefield. I paid $120 for Battlefield. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And I can say
they got a lot of people out there. 120.
They got a lot of people. They got me for my bread. They rolled my wallet. But I can say they kept the lights on. You hear me? They updated their game, and their game is 10 times better than what it was when it dropped.
They've been consistent with the updates too.
They have. This right here is an insult to any person, a consumer, a fan, however you want to cut it. You only had 30 days, and they took your $70. Now, just imagine they do that to another company.
I will say this though: as bad as this game is, Game Pass would have saved it.
Oh snap! Praise G. Say it again. Say it again.
Game Pass would have saved this game.
May the congregation in the chat say Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass.
Hashtag $70 won't save you. Game Pass will.
Cal say, don't forget, it went on sale for 10% off after a week.
Lord Jesus.
Well, now look, I wanted to give them the stage and the floor because
man,
they really wanted to express their feelings about this, because I'm just going to give my little say on this. They just said a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got too much to say because I agree with everything they said. When this game was initially announced, and I say this a lot, today's gamers get so caught up in graphics. Right?
Oh, Jesus.
They get so caught up in graphics that they think just because a game look good, that it's going to automatically play good. Right? We always see these vertical slices of these trailers of developers showing the game in their best light. And that's what you're supposed to do if you're trying to sell a product. So when Forspoken was initially shown, it looked incredible.
Man.
You had this black character up in the cloud-like area, hopping across mountains and stuff like that. Had all these great particle effects. The graphics looked amazing, right? But I say, that's dope. That's going to be fire, right? You don't know how the gameplay is. You don't know how the controller's going to feel, how the controls, the button layout, and none of that.
Story.
You just immediately assume that because a game looked graphically good, that it's going to play good. And not all the time that is the case. And I think Forspoken and many other games have been a prime example of this. And it usually happens a lot in the PlayStation community because Sony is used to doing that with their first-party titles, dating back all the way to the Xbox 360, PS3 era with the game demos and all that stuff, seeing that shit in the E3 versus actually getting the game in your hand. So I want to say this: when that game, it took such a deep dive. The next time we saw Forspoken, people were like, "What is this? It don't look like the trailer. It don't look like what we were initially shown," and it didn't. Then when the game came out, it looked way worse than the last time they showed it.
Every time they showed it, it looked worse and worse.
And every time they showed it, it looked worse. And it looked worse and worse. And that's why I say you gotta, hold your horses, right? And then they laugh at games like Hi-Fi Rush because the way it looks, and it don't have this big cinematic graphical presentation to it, right? It's cel shaded. Oh, that's another cartoony game. but the gameplay is on
Man.
fucking point.
The story on point.
The story is on point, right? So we got to stop judging games based off how they look, because just because something looks cartoony doesn't mean it doesn't play good. And just because something looks graphically impressive doesn't mean it plays just as well as it looks, right? Sony fans do this all the time. Let me break this down, right? They come out and hit you with the list. Oh, we got Last of Us, we got God of War, we got Uncharted, we got Demon Souls, we got this Forspoken, this and that Forspoken, right? And that game Forspoken will be up on that list as a game for them to trumpet against the Xbox community all the way up until its release. And then once it get released, you get a new list that Forspoken is not on. Okay.
Man.
You get a new list
They turned this TV off.
that Forspoken is not on. They no longer talking about it. They're no longer putting it on their list of games that they will believe to this day is going to shut down Xbox for good. Because they've been telling you for the last 2 decades that every PlayStation first-party game or third-party exclusive game that they got was going to shut down Microsoft and Xbox, and they're not going to exist no more. But yet, they're still here, okay? So, I just want to say, stop getting caught up in these graphics. Stop prejudging these games. Please start saying, look, it looks good, but I have to wait and play it. That's what we should be saying. That's what we should be saying. It looks good, but I still need to see how it plays.
Stop
because if I
Metacritic.
Yeah, because if I play it, I might have an issue with the button layout. I might not like the way the button layout and the control scheme is set up.
The pacing may be hard.
The pacing, the frame, it might be frame rate issues or anything. It might be something that I don't like about it. So I can't assume just because of what I'm looking at, right, that the game is going to play out and work out how I want it to. Because now, things be repetitive. What the hell is this story? What is it talking about? Why is this character, this and that? Why is this NPC doing it? So many things that could come. We need to start saying, you know what? That looks good, but I'm going to wait till I can get my hands on it to determine if it's something for me. You feel me? I've said when I seen Wolong and they said it was going to be like Sekiro in terms of difficulty, that's not for me. But I will try it out, right? I didn't get any. I said, it looks good, right? It's not a game for me because I really don't play them super difficult games, but I will try it out. I will give it a try. And I like the balance of Wolong. It's difficult, but it's not too difficult, right? And because it's not too difficult, the challenge there, Lord, every time I ain't got a call all day.
That phone get to ringing when you're busy. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But long story, what he said in that Michael Jordan meme voice. Stop listening to these fanboy weirdos. The ones that come out here with that old mindset, and there ain't no shot to nobody. The little Jello warriors. I call them the Jello wheelchair warriors. The ones at the old retirement home of gaming that they don't want nothing to change. They say gaming is good where it at right now, and they don't want to see nothing changing or evolving, and it's a lie. Sony is the Jello warriors playground. Because at the end of the day, and I've been saying this, they have took too long to evolve with where gaming is right now. Even though they was in the forefront of it because they had all the massive ideas before. And they stopped that and went with what was relevant at the time. And they rolled that with the wheels. The wheels rolled off that motherfucker. The car, the little jalopy can't move no more. You trying to sell and finesse people with single player video games is not the answer now, especially when you have a whole catalog of gaming. Look at what they're doing right now. Because I'm just taking this as an example. For 2023, when you listening and you looking at the lineup of games, you just heard and seen what we just mentioned. Me and Post about the lineup in which the games that's dropping into Game Pass, as well as your third party and your first party exclusives. When you look over there at Sony right now, it's trash dog. All you got is Spider-Man 2. Someone mentioned it up top. They gave you the niche VR because everybody ain't finna sit here and pay an additional $500 for a VR headset at this point in time. I don't want to throw Noah under the bus, but yeah, Noah got a confession. I might add about PlayStation VR 2. And then you had Final Fantasy, possible Final Fantasy release. They're still under that same dry mindset of, oh, we can give you 3 exclusives and the third party is going to carry us the rest of the year. Or, oh, things have changed where around this time everybody will be outside, kicking it, going on vacation, out with the family, with the new girl or whatever the case may be. And you wouldn't have time to play video games. And maybe around the winter time, that's when you'll have that built up back catalog. Things have changed. Gamers are actually more at home. People will have companies are downsizing the infrastructures and stuff like that. And they're working at home now, which means they have more time to play video games. And you see one company, i.e. Microsoft, accommodating that to the point where every month you have substance, you have something to play of a relevance. Either it's something new or it's something old.
And I think the most important part, Melo, at a low entry cost.
At a low entry, come on.
Think about it. You want most games.
What is it?
120,
130 will cover you for the whole year, Post. And
check this out though, right?
Game Pass. Hold on real quick. If you paying the actual, we ain't talking about that $1 for a month BS entry. We talking about the normal Game Pass without the whole CD keys, whatever y'all do VPN mess. You paying about 120 for the year.
About 120.
It's 120, 140.
For normal price.
For the normal price.
If you don't get ultimate.
I paid 90.
I know what you pay. I'm saying what the consensus is.
Yeah,
like 120. So that's about 2 games. That's 2
point, though, Mello.
You're covering 2 games for the whole year for Game Pass.
If you want to play Call of Duty right now, right, by yourself, you have to pay $70. Then if you have friends that want to play, they gotta pay $70. I'm not talking about Warzone. I'm talking about like TDM. They gotta pay $70. And then Post want to run with us, he gotta pay $70. Well, on the Microsoft, we all play Game Pass, and we get a bunch of games for the entire year, including Diablo, Call of Duty, and anything that Activision, Bethesda, and Microsoft drop. You can't beat that. On the PlayStation, you pay $70 for Forspoken, and you aren't happy with the game, you out of $70.
Right.
Single player only game. You can't play with friends. You had to choose between Call of Duty and Forspoken. If you got Game Pass, you got Wolong, Hi-Fi Rush, Call of Duty, potentially, Diablo 4, potentially, Starfield, Redfall. Bro, like this shit is like, it's easy, bro. Like, why are we debating?
There's no conversation. Like, we can do a comparison because everyone like to do this. We're going to do a comparison. Halo, November, December release. God of War, December release. Who is still relevant to this day when we're mentioning about people playing? Halo, without a shadow of a doubt.
Still talking about Halo.
Still talking about Halo. This is why when they mention the user numbers and they say, oh, we in the 2 millions or the 20 or the 10 millions or the 15 million, that's concurrent users still playing our product beyond the release. Not just a month, not just 2 weeks and the story is done. Now you ain't got nothing to look for, or you done unlocked all the achievements if that's what you went to. Now the game is done and on the shelf. We talking about users still logging into their account, paying for a subscription through the year, and still playing those games and have access to those games.
I think I will say this. That's why engagement numbers are more important than hardware sales.
Thank you.
Right? And I just didn't say this. Sony said this themselves. Sony said this themselves. The CEO said we're no longer concerned with hardware sales. It's about engagement numbers, right? Because speak this. Sony is on the same path that Microsoft is on. Microsoft is in a position where they're getting there a little bit faster. Sony wants to slow the industry down so they can catch up. Okay.
Yep.
When you're in a position where your company, at the end of the day, is going to put itself in a position to make Xbox games accessible beyond hardware, right? We know PlayStation came out and said they're going to make PS5 games accessible independent of PS5 hardware, right? Whenever that happens, you're more concerned with engagement numbers than trying to get people to your hardware. We know the hardware is a conduit to access these games, which most people prefer due to the one-to-one and not have to deal with lag and stuff like that when it comes to internet. That's okay. Whether engagement is important is because, look, as long as I can keep you engaged in my ecosystem, at some point you're going to become a customer. It's long. You might have been in my ecosystem for a couple of weeks or even a month or two and ain't brought nothing, right? But if I can keep you engaged with new content, with new announcements, newer content, and the possibility of something that you might want to see and might want to play, which is going to keep you engaged in the ecosystem because you want to see if what you get access to at that point you want to get access to is going to keep you there. If I succeed at keeping you there, then you're going to become a customer. And you more than likely, you're going to become a customer longer than what you thought you were going to be a customer. Right? It's a lot of people that got Game Pass for the 1 month and stuff and still has it. Right? A lot of PlayStation dudes out there that trash Game Pass, that say they bad for them, they still got it. Kratos, J-Dub, still got Game Pass, right? Thrash, a person that doesn't like subscription service or say he don't like subscription service. I'm pretty sure he might got Game Pass. I know he got the PlayStation service after he said he don't believe or like subscription service. So if the platform is just the hardware is just one way to keep you engaged. Cloud is one way to keep you engaged. The subscription service, which becomes the platform, is a way to keep you engaged. Now you have multiple outlets and ways to keep customers engaged. The cell phone, the tablet, the PC, all of these things become attractions in terms of increasing the engagement numbers. And I know for a corporation that I have statistical evidence is that as long as we can keep customers engaged in our ecosystem, at some point they're going to become customers and start spending money.
Yep. And then on top of that, it goes back to the main issue when it comes to gaming. The AAA budgets, developers feeling as if they are hindered with their ideas to actually give us new experience, because if we don't follow the same blueprint of another game, our likelihood of success is dwindled and downsized to a point where the company would not even allow us to give the users, which is who we are, a new experience with gaming. Like, you got to understand, like, this comes full circle on all angles, not just, oh, Microsoft is making money. It's like, no, you're allowing new experiences that we normally would not have. And you can keep coming every time a game drop. We always comparing it to another game.
All right, hold on. Let me check Logie real quick. Logie says no, Post. It's about physical sales, bro. Stop the cap. Logie, I remind you, we in the age of digital. We're in a digital age. We in a digital age, brother. where most people purchase games now from the comforts of their home, right?
Facts.
When God of War launched, when God of War pre-order sales went up, right? Or and it got close to the release date for God of War, what screenshots did you see? You saw more people with screenshots showing the countdown on their PlayStation console, and you saw a few people that actually waited on the physical retail copy.
Ain't nobody
That was the
nobody
limited
waiting
What
on
I'm
edition
mine.
telling
joint.
you. Now, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
negating the fact that the longer that someone is engaged with a game, the more they buy in-game products. That's true too. But in this day of digital sales and cloud, I don't need to have I don't need the physical disc to access the game. Not
Wait a
when
second,
Game
folks.
Pass exists.
This dude arguing the facts, bro. The fact of the matter is, digital sales have overtaken physical sales
Yeah.
in the past 10 years.
It's not even a conversation. Like
Let me tell you something.
I can't remember what region, but it was like 90% digital versus 10% physical.
I know people that don't even go to the grocery store no more. They
man,
shop online and get their grocery delivered to
dropped
them.
off to the crib. What
Black Friday, people don't go out to the stores no more. Well, a few people do. But was at home getting them online digital sales because them online sales now are
way
competing
better
with
than
the retail stores
Yeah.
that want to keep you, that want you in front of that screen, whether opposed to going into that store. Huh?
That's facts.
When I'm saying engagement, Logie, I want just I think you that I was including engaged in games and stuff like that. All of that matters. That's why Microsoft, who came out and said it first, who's stopped worrying about sales numbers and started worrying about engagement number, and they got flack for it. And everybody saying they doing it because they're not selling and stuff like that. But when Sony came out and said, what happened?
Oh, they're growing.
Huh?
And this is another part of gaming that's evolving with Sony. Phil Spencer.
Rico said he goes to Walmart. Rico, you are of the small minority of people that still buy games physical.
Yeah.
Most games.
Like, ain't nobody going to no goddamn store to buy no games.
I can turn on my Xbox. I can purchase any game I want. I can go purchase a controller, a headset, another Xbox Series X and Series S from my console.
And be at my doorstep.
And be at my and Microsoft do what 2 day? 2 day shipping?
Yeah, they cut it down and now not even 3 to 5 no more.
It ain't even 3 to 5. I'm getting that in 2 days. It's gonna be at my door. Yeah, don't throw my shit over the gate, bring my shit to me. But I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that in today's digital age, right? It's so many ways you can access games, whether on cell phone, tablet, PC, your TV, your Xbox, and all that. It's different ways to enter the ecosystem, right? And that's because Xbox has lowered the barrier for that. Sony is getting there, putting themselves in a position to do that, but they're behind. That's why they're screaming at the regulators right now, because they want to try to slow shit down so they can catch up. But I'm telling you, as long as you're engaged, whether it's physical, digital, however you engage in the ecosystem, it's engagement. And these corporate people know if we can get you engaged long enough to become a customer, we can achieve it. Because at some point, you ain't gonna dislike at some point you're gonna find yourself something you like. You know how I know? Because some same ponies out there that called Game Pass and Xbox trash and don't got no games and stuff like that, and they don't mess with Game Pass, are now playing Hi-Fi Rush in Game Pass. It's now playing Wo Long in Game Pass. We're now playing Atomic Heart in Game Pass.
Right? And just to piggyback on what you said with that also, because they got to look at it with those same digital sales and that's going out there. The gamer, I'm about to say that the gamer is getting what they want, and at the end of the day, you guys got to understand that when it comes to the news that came out recently that we was discussing about companies like Sony and Microsoft implementing ad revenue into the game, You gotta imagine it like you going to the mall. If you got $200 in your pocket at the mall and you say, I ain't buying nothing, I'm just gonna go in here and just see what's going on. Your window shopping. The longer you're in the mall, you're most likely going to buy something, either food, a pair of shoes, or something you're going to see. That's how they're doing it with gaming. The more you log in, the more you sign up for Game Pass or PS Plus, whatever it is. We can advertise a marketing to you. That's why we get the ad revenue from other companies, from the commercials. Or you're playing a certain game and eventually you see a skin that you want to play or want to grab because you saw somebody whooped you with it. What's that?
You dry roasted almonds. For they say, Post, what you eating? Pork chops? Almonds.
Almonds. I'm on my health.
I'm on my health shit right now.
But,
this man got chocolate covered almonds talking about he on his health.
These are not chocolate covered. You feel me?
No,
it's just a regular almond. You feel me?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, Post. You know, almonds, they high in fat.
Oh, here we go.
I tell you, bro. Hey, rock with me, man. I got you, bro. Talk to me.
You just put me out there. Look, live on camera.
They high in fat. You can't eat too many.
They could have sunk that in the we got a private chat button right here. Let me tell you something. Straight.
Right to the left.
Hold on. Let me get this. Max City Entertainment with the $2. Free Square. Sony Killing Dead. Okay. Also, we got Logie. I know Logie with the $5. Thank you, brother. He said, you know I'm an Xbox dude. I'm just playing with you. I know, brother.
Oh,
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Look, we got a private chat button right here to the right. All Noah had to do was hit the button and say, look, I know you're trying to eat healthy, right? But them almonds you eat, they high in fat, but they ain't helping you right now. This brother had to put me on blast live on stream. Talking about, you think you're doing something, but you're not playing. You're eating fat right there. Dad on like, what are we doing here, Noah?
Maybe somebody else needs to hear that too, Post.
Oh wow!
Maybe somebody else needs to hear that too. You know what I'm saying?
You got a little point there. You got a little point. But yeah.
Don't take it personally. Just helping you out, bro. Just helping you out.
That nigga walking 30 miles a day. He feeling himself. You feel me?
Calories from fat.
Let me look at this back of this thing right here. Ooh, that is a lot of calories for one almond.
Oh man,
amount per 270 calories. Total fat is 24 grams.
It's a lot, bro.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. He about to get in his bag.
They are saturating, but you can eat with nuts.
Bro, just messed up my snack. I thought I was doing something. Let me throw this shit away,
bro. Hit me up, man. You know I've been on that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I was doing some chat. I thought I was really doing something. I put the bag up on the camera like, yay, you feel me? It ain't a pork chop, a lamb chop, a oxtail or nothing.
But no, that's
you feel me? I thought I was doing something for a minute. You feel me?
The pork chop, the lamb chop, the oxtail is actually better for losing weight than the nuts are.
Lord Jesus.
They high in protein. And they
moving right along.
Chat. I'm just gonna drink water the rest. I'm just gonna drink water the rest of the show.
Right along. Moving
right. This is what I've been on.
I'm just gonna drink water the rest of the show.
Right there. You fasting while we laugh. You drink your water.
Logie.
Hey yo,
it's just Logie.
Before we go though, I gotta share this now, like, because I've been helping people. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of weight in the past year, so I've been helping other people. They come to me now. They got these. They be like, "Yeah, man, I've been drinking this juice." They'll bring this big, this big old bottle of juice they done bought from Walmart or something. The first thing I do is I look at the label. I see the sugar content. Like, nah, player, they ain't gonna do it, bro. But it's juice though. It's healthy. Nah, bro, ain't nothing but sugar.
About 27 grams of sugar in this
still on you, bro.
About 40, 60, 70 grams of sugar, dog. Like.
Bro, they be wanting to still on
Noah. Drinking a part-tart. They
be like, I ain't bringing that nigga. I ain't showing that dude nothing else, man. Every time I bring something to him,
a part-tart. Don't even know it.
Every time I bring something to him, thinking I'm doing something, he gonna rain on my parade. I'm just.
Hey, yo, I do enjoy it a little bit in the inside. Yeah. Try again, brother. Try again.
Shout out to Kingfish 737 with the $5. Post, I want to thank you for our daily updates on ABK deal. Gaming is for everyone. Salute to you, brother.
Absolutely.
Or her or him, whatever.
Gaming is for
you know what I'm
everyone.
saying? Shout out to y'all, man. Yes, sir. Logan say stop saying my name wrong. Donovan, thank you, Donovan, for the motivation. Thank you for the motivation. Post. Calories are okay. What matters is the source of those calories.
Bar.
We ain't for the health battle.
You got
Hold
to
on.
deal with
We ain't for the health battle.
No, and what calorie? The amount and the sources. He's partially right.
Okay.
The source is important.
Okay. We ain't for that battle. We for the move on.
But too many good calories to have you overweight too, though.
And there's our segment of Fitbit State of Gaming.
Yeah.
And we're moving right along.
Moving along. We finna move along.
We
finna move along. Okay. What's next? What we got here? Okay. We talked about PC Game Pass. We talked about
Get on Square. No, here, let's get on Square.
You want to talk about? Y'all want to get to the spicy Square Enix? Well, give me just a second here. Let me bring this up.
Buddy. We got to get past on the show, man. We keep saying it, but we got to get past on the show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Go ahead, Post.
All right. So let me stop the screen here. As you guys know, let me just bring this up and read it for you all, okay? Because
why you always lying? You always lying. Oh my God. Hey, what up, Pass in the chat, man?
Oh, let me see here.
Oh, we finna have a field day. We finna clip this. We finna have a blast.
Okay,
boy.
so let's see here. Okay.
Oh, we get my napkin because we about to feast.
Oh, I think I got it in here. Let me see. I think I got it in here. Where is that art link at? That's Destiny. That Destiny didn't get a good review either.
I was about to say you should have watched out for that log. Yeah,
hey, if we wanted to, we could say, what is Sony doing with Bungie?
Yeah.
No, we could.
Hey, man, y'all with the smoke today, ain't y'all?
Could be like that. I mean, but imagine if Microsoft had purchased Bungie, right? Acquired Bungie, and they come out with their fresh new DLC and this shit flop. Could you imagine the narratives and stuff we'll see on Twitter right now?
You said it flopped. Hold on, what you talking about? Bungie DLC flop? What are we doing here?
I mean, what my
I'm talking about
the Destiny, the Lightfall. We getting some pretty bad reviews from what I've seen.
Oh, okay. So I ain't know.
Lightfall
I ain't a Destiny player like that.
But you know what though? I can say this: Xbox community, we humble. We not gonna sit there and rag. We could be on Twitter. Man, what is Sony doing to Bungie? Destiny falling off on the Bungie, but we not like that.
Brother. The difference is they look on the news for bad Microsoft news. We playing games, brother. It's a difference. It's a level.
I'm with you on that point, bro.
While everybody else is complaining about what article doing what and who doing what sales, we over here playing and posting screenshots of gameplay. That's all I've been seeing is everybody posting their Wulong.
The average PlayStation fanboy wakes up early in the morning, don't even brush their teeth, don't even think about a bath. They get on Google.
Man, don't even kiss their wife or nothing. Move the kids out the way.
Xbox is the first thing they search when they wake up.
Push the kids out the way. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even iron their clothes yet. They just out here just looking for bad news.
All right, so first I want to put this on the screen. All right. Yosuke Masada will no longer be president of Square Enix. Takashi Kiryu will take the role pending approval at the next annual shareholder. Okay. He did put out a New Year's letter from the Square Enix president, talks about new tech concepts, including NFTs, the metaverse, and particularly how blockchain games hold the potential to enable self-sustained game growth. That was the guy, that was his letter last year, right? Mm-hmm. And so we get over here, right? We're going to switch that to that, right? Final Fantasy director Naoki Yoshida. Is it? Well, I ain't go. Naoki Yoshida admits the famous RPG series is currently struggling. The solution, Yoshida says, may be to continue developing all sorts of different Final Fantasy titles. And then we got this. In my interview with Yoshida, he spoke about the concern that Final Fantasy wasn't bringing in fans like it used to. We've seen that our fans are distancing themselves from the series, he said. There are not as many people playing the series as the series has gone on. Those numbers are going down. There is a fear of the series becoming more niche. Wonder why? Absolutely complete mystery as to why that's the case.
Bing bong. Yo.
We just got to talking about engagement. But y'all, I know both of y'all too wanted to cook on this. So I'm gonna once again, I'm gonna give y'all the stage. I'm gonna fall back. I'll just give my 2 cents after y'all done.
Go ahead. Make it short and sweet, bro. They put all their money on in PlayStation. But every Final Fantasy game of recent has been a PlayStation exclusive, and I think hits PC like a year later. Bro, they have nobody to blame but themselves. You made the game niche. This game should be playable by everyone on no matter the platform. Like you stunt your own growth. You put your money on PlayStation. You made your own bed, now sleep. But maybe we'll see some changes after we get a new president. If they vote this guy out, I might buy some stocks, some Japanese stocks, just so I can vote this dude out. You know what I'm saying? I need Final Fantasy 7 on Xbox, bro.
Hey man, say man. Hey, this is what you call picking a side, but you picked the wrong goddamn side. Do you hear me? Oh, what have we? It goes back to my first rant. What have we been telling you about these fools? Mm-hmm. Everybody run their mouth and say how much Final Fantasy and they been fantasizing and ain't been playing shit. This little individual in the chat talking about we don't finish games. Apparently, Sony niggas don't buy, purchase, or spend time in games, nigga. Y'all don't play or support your products. We keep telling you this. After 7 to 14 days, those games are put on the shelf. After seeing the numbers, because shout out to Ricky Brown and our crew over there with Park and them. They did their thing today too.
Ranku, that's not true.
Fuck what Ranku talking about. Skip that right now, because you want to be a fanboy. Pull your panties up, brother.
Final Fantasy started on Nintendo.
Yeah, it was a Nintendo game.
No, that's a distraction. No, skip him. Pull your panties up, sit in the corner.
You're right.
Ricky Brown and Park and them, they did their thing and they short, and he brought up something. Didn't Final Fantasy 7 just grab one? I mean, they grabbed one of their greatest Final Fantasies that was making all type of sales, made up blockbuster sales. And they remade and remastered it and didn't sell shit. The goddamn game didn't do nothing. Niggas, the completion rate, which y'all like to run y'all mouth about, was little to no in the single digits. Now,
are you talking about Final Fantasy Remake?
Yeah. It didn't
sell well?
Zero. It didn't hit double digits, $1 million or nothing. Wait.
Are you sure?
That's what Parker and Ricky Brown said. And I checked it up. And it was confirmed. Now, my brother, I want to shout out to Pastor. You know what I'm saying? I know you over there fighting a good fight, and I support you 110% through, because Pastor always brings up he fighting for his goddamn life over there, brother. It's scary.
Hey, Pastor, I'm gonna have to drop you a few jewels, man. So when you go over there, man, you'll know how to handle Kratos, man. We gonna talk, man. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna get you right, man.
But Pastor said something. He said, look at how the hell we got all these millions and millions of PlayStation purchases of the PS5, and every time you turn around, their buying rate is lower than the units that's sold. Case in point, it's showing you how niche this goddamn title is, because it's showing you How the hell does Final Fantasy
You're talking about attach rate.
The attach rate. Like how the
The
hell this game is one of the most monumental games out there. I can't take away what they have done in the industry. They've been around for a very long time.
Before PlayStation even existed.
Thank you. And you're telling me this company cannot move units? Is insane to me. But these the same people would tell me or run and tell me as an argument point that Spider-Man will save PlayStation through and through, day and day. And they're around the same amount of goddamn Final Fantasies and Spider-Man is around the same neck and neck right now. This company is showing you how Sony is dying off. That motto, that ideology that they are carrying over there is dying in front of your eyes. It's sitting on the corner, thirsting for goddamn water, and the Xbox community is sitting there looking at them with Gatorade laughing because you niggas did not want to evolve with the times.
Yeah.
We keep saying, why would you back yourself in the corner and just do exclusives when you got so many other avenues to make money? It doesn't make sense. Don't nobody hustle on the hood corners and you don't expect you to go up to the rich area to get money. That's dumb. You still selling to the same individuals, and those individuals are getting tired of your product. But they don't want to say that publicly, but in privately, they're tired of your product because it's the same exact mess they've been playing. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Did you just go straight on them, bro?
I got to, man. I got to go back to my roots, man. Hustle's gonna hustle. You feel me?
Boy, I said, brother in the hood ain't selling to the people on the Gold Coast.
Same crackhead, boy. Just keep coming over. Eventually, you're gonna want some new clientele. Come on, man. Like,
yo,
man.
Hey, Dennis,
that's about as simple as I can make it for you. If you can't catch that, something wrong with you.
Hey, Noah, what you got? You got something to say on this, Noah? I guess Noah stepped away. I guess he was letting
cook. He was letting me cook.
He was letting Mello.
No, my bad. I had to run and get the door. My bad.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I had
Go ahead.
Messed up what I had to say, man. Again, they bet the house on Jimmy, and Jimmy about to get all these execs fired and studio shut down. Cause $70 ain't the answer, Sway. $70 is not the answer.
Well, there you go. He got the numbers, Brazario. So whatever his name, $7 million for Final Fantasy. $7 million.
Final Fantasy remake sold $7 million last year, Mello. Okay.
$7
million.
Oh, $7 million last year. Last year or hold on, wait.
Last year total?
Or since release?
Or since release?
That can't be last year. Games will sell. They don't.
Barrios, is that since it released? Is that total? Or is that
they gotta be total because don't know that
they
game
sold
did not increase.
We need a source. Can we get a source on that? Can you
link that? Let me Google. Let me Google the Google.
Yeah, because we spit facts on this podcast, but we can't be saying
you right.
Yeah, Barrio, you modded up, so you'll be able to drop links. You'll be able to drop links.
Drop that link, bro.
Okay, so y'all done? I just want to know.
I just want to reiterate that Jimmy out here getting you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about when I say Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy out here getting execs fired, studio shut down. And again, $70 is not the answer, Sway.
Okay. I want to say this because I gotta remind y'all, right? Remember when Sony made their transition when Jim Ryan took over? Remember when all the executives that were from the PS4 era was ousted? Remember Yoshida got demoted to independent games?
Yeah, threw him in the basement. They threw him in the basement.
The indie games, right? And they took the Europe branch and pretty much promoted the Europe branch, which was Jim Ryan, the guy that was ahead of Guerrilla Guerrilla Games, put him in position, put them in control. Right? Remember that happened? Now ask yourself, why would something like that happen when the executives that you had in place prior to just came off a generation where they was outselling the competition 8-1 and had sold over 120 million units, 118, 120 million PS4. Why do you oust that regime?
Because they fucked up.
You just destroyed your competition in a gen, literally destroyed. Had Microsoft questioning whether they wanted to stay in gaming or not. You literally destroyed your competition, and the first thing you do coming into a new generation is remove the people that was in place that just came off that successful generation and put in a whole new management team. Why would you do something like that? Other things say those sales numbers was fake.
Wow.
Right.
Boy, you can't say these.
I would say this. Wasn't so much about the sale number. The PS4 sold a lot of software. They sold a lot of hardware. Right? The point of the matter is that Sony see the writing on the wall. And the writing on the wall is in terms of their traditional buy-to-play model, right? What they've been dominating over the last 2 decades, to buy a physical copy of a game and then and play it on their hardware, right? They've been dominating for that the last 2 decades. The old regime, right, had a successful generation. Outside of that, they put Sony in a position where they're playing catch up. In terms of making the change that the industry has already done and is still in the process of doing, right? Microsoft is there. Microsoft knew it with Gamepass, right? Xbox Live, data centers, cloud. Then you get your rival Stadia come in, and their technology is years and years ahead of yours. Years and years ahead of yours, right? You stay stuck and too focused on first player games or single player games in this case that you sold well, but financially in terms of moving the needle and putting you in a position where the industry is already going, you miss the games as a service boat. You miss the cloud boat because you chose VR over cloud. You spent $300 million on Gaikai. You went and brought the other streaming service only to sit on the technology and didn't update it, didn't upgrade it, because at that time the regime belief was in single player experiences still is still a genre, and it's still a profitable genre. Remember that article that came out back then? And then Phil Spencer had to flip his perspective on it because Sony first single player games was selling so well. Yeah, for that time it's good. But as a corporation, you have to be ahead of the curve. You have to be ahead of the change. You can't meet the change. You can't wait till the change happens. You have to be ready before the change occurs.
Exactly.
And guess who wasn't ready? And guess who didn't get there? Sony. You don't have the infrastructure. You don't have your own cloud infrastructure. So you're going to have to work with one of your competitors, right? Mm-hmm. Your cloud technology is behind and probably outdated compared to where Stadia, Amazon, Microsoft, and Nvidia is at.
Yep.
Right? you didn't want to do multi-subscription service in terms of Game Pass, right? You didn't want to really do that, right? But you had to because you was forced to, because you relied so much on the buy to play model in terms of your revenue, right? Same reason why you telling the regulators we don't want to put Call of Duty on PlayStation Plus, because it's gonna mess up our bag that we get on our buy to play model, right? And we might not get the same. We might not get what we make from the physical buy to play model on a multi-subscription models. But you got to get there. The same reason why you don't want to put your games day and date, right? But you have to get there, right? But your service can't handle it right now, right? Right? Because in one of your presentations last year, you said that PS Now can only handle what, up to 2 million? I think it was 5 million, if I'm not mistaken.
About 5.
It was 5 million, right?
Yeah.
The cloud service only had handled 5 million. And we know you got the titles to do it. If you was to drop your titles on there now, you know those numbers will go up,
Right.
but you don't have the infrastructure to cater to it.
I'm sorry. This is how out of touch and out of sync they is, in my opinion.
So,
and they missed the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Post they just dropped the PlayStation VR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, for what it is, you can consider it niche, it's fun, it's up to you how you portray it and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, they missed the ball so bad that you have PC, they working on the PC launcher that we know about.
Yeah,
bringing their titles over to PC.
You late to that.
Why
You late to the PC?
Why in the world? What you just said too. Why was you late for that? You know, you behind on that. But why didn't you make your PlayStation VR a third-party outsource where you can actually have the launcher integrated for future games of VR going to the PC, possibly can go to PC and have another user base, install base, investing in your ecosystem?
I think they missed the boat on that.
That's how out of touch they are.
By secluding the VR to the PlayStation system itself and how much it costs, I think they missed the boat on that.
Missed the boat.
Because you could have opened the VR up to other PC VR games as well. And when your first party PlayStation VR games come out, you could have been able to put them on Steam and stuff like that. And that headset should have been independent of a PlayStation. I do agree with that. It should have been independent of a PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Another thing, right? Another thing. Hold on, let me see here. Don't block nobody, man. Don't block nobody.
No.
Don't block nobody. I know how Chris Hart is, man. As long as he ain't disrespecting nobody, family, mother, stuff like that. And
yeah, let him rock.
Let him rock, man. I know y'all might not agree with him and stuff like that, but
we don't agree with him.
We don't agree with him, but you know, it's good to have the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with the suit he wore today, but he wore it.
I didn't agree with them open toe sandals with his chest meat out and with the red lipstick bandit suit on and with the
he got a velvet cake t-shirt on. We didn't agree with it, but we let him rock.
Yeah,
let him rock.
Plus, Chris Hart, he'll undercover Xbox.
Yeah,
he
loves game. He loves Game Pass.
He one of them little kids that like to come over. He got punched in the nose and he continued to get up off the ground and wanted another punch. He one of them type of kids. You just gotta let him sit in the corner, man.
And so what you do is you seen Jim Ryan in the European division of your company be so successful, right? Be so successful and pretty much ahead of the curve. It's a reason why they put Jim Ryan in place. And what did Jim Ryan come in and say? Single player games ain't cutting it.
Thank you.
Single player games ain't cutting it. He brought PlayStation first party to PC. He went out and purchased a company to help them transition their games from PlayStation to PC so they could get them out quicker, right? He's about to give y'all 12 games as a service in the next 2 years.
Yep.
That's called playing catch up. That means Sony should have been when Fortnite and all that shit hit, Apex, when the Battle Royale market and all that hit, Sony should have been on it. They should have been working on the IP then to get somewhere up in it. And now you got to put out 12 games as a service.
Right.
In
the panic buy Bungie.
The next 2 or 3 years to see which one is going to hit, which one is going to be successful. Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I know the PlayStation dudes in the chat saying, but Sony's selling this and is outselling the Xbox and this and that. And again, that's cool. That's cool. They're being successful. They're a powerful brand. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about them being ready for
the future
in terms of where the industry is heading. Mm-hmm. They are behind. They are successful. They are behind. And that's why they're trying to slow things down. That's why they're fighting. That's why they're fighting this Activision deal.
Well, look too, Post. Look at the fan. Look at the consumers. Y'all are on, or y'all follow cats that's on social media complaining about Starfield. That's another key point. If they were so much on the up and up and was doing what they needed to do, like I said, in my opinion, that Bungie purchase was clear panic buy. Just looking at the structure of that deal.
No, Bungie was leaving.
I know, but I'm just saying it was a panic buy because of how far behind we are.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, because
Bungie was a buy in terms of Bungie is going to help them get their infrastructure together. Bungie is going to help them, the multiplayer, the games as a service, all that stuff.
Right.
The infrastructure, the back end, all that stuff, the leaderboard, the interfaces and all that stuff, the lobbies and all that stuff. I guarantee you, with them owning Bungie, I don't know if it's going to be the next PlayStation 6 or PlayStation 5.5, whichever one. I guarantee you the next interface of PlayStation in terms of how they multiplayer set up, how they party chat and all. I guarantee you all of that is going to be overhauled.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
But that's what I'm saying, Post. It was to the point because that deal doesn't to this day, that deal doesn't make sense.
Well, no, this is what happened, Melo. Let me explain it to you, bro. See, Xbox and Bungie, that relationship been in it. Sony thought they was coming up. They thought they was coming up. They saw Xbox ex-girlfriend from 10 years ago, lonely. They walked up to her,
tripping today. Y'all
spit that game to her. Hey, why don't you come on to Sony? You know, hey, you know we Sony. We do big things around here. Oh, you do? Well, I'm done with Microsoft. Microsoft ain't know how to treat me. So Sony took Bungie home, but Microsoft was walking out of it.
Well, Bungie tried to spin the block on them though. They tried to spin the block on their ex though.
They threw the number back over there.
Hey, y'all listen to Noah, man. Noah's tripping right now.
They sent some pictures in that DM.
Let me finish, bro. Microsoft, they went home because you know Sony still live with their mama. Mom, I want you to meet my new girlfriend. Oh, really? Well, here, I want you to meet my new boyfriend. His name Microsoft. Mama, you mean that's gonna be my new daddy? Yeah, Xbox your new daddy. They walking away with Activision. This is our money maker. They thought they had one with Bungie.
Bungie for the streets.
They thought they had one. Bungie already Microsoft had that 10 years ago.
That's a bar right there. Bungie for the streets. Because fam,
you think you got one like because you finna walk away with their ex-girlfriend from 15 years ago. They walking out the house with you.
But she spent the block. You know, Bungie, she spent the block a couple of times on the X just to see before she slid, before she got up out of there, though. She spent the block a couple of times, tried to.
Yeah, the hot girl summer.
You feel me?
The hot girl summer.
You know what I'm saying? She spent the block, tried to rectify things, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? But pimp keep it moving. You feel me?
Y'all don't hear what I'm saying, though.
No,
what you saying, but
Activision is Mom Dukes. Microsoft was laying in the bed with Mom Dukes. Like, what you doing here, Phil?
You got the milk. You got the milk.
Somebody get this man. Somebody get Noah, man. Somebody get this brother, man. Now Activision is Mom Dukes.
Activision, Microsoft.
They got the myths. You know how to cook, clean the house,
Sony, what
and throw that thing.
Hey, boy, what is
What are we doing here?
Drinking the last little bit of milk. That's Microsoft.
You know how to cook, clean, and throw that thing.
Let me tell you something.
You heard?
I would say this. Activision is vital because it's going to help. It's going to help Microsoft speed up. Well, not so much speeds up. It's going to solidify Microsoft in the multi-subscription era. And it's going to force Sony to compete. What I mean by that is that you're going to start getting PlayStation titles day and date on their service sooner than they think after this Activision deal go through. Because their marketing rights is up next year, they're going to have to find a way to compete. They're going to have to find a way to compete. One of the reasons why Sony don't want this, they want to slow it down. They don't want to put their games day and date yet. A year after Horizon Forbidden West came out, is already up on the service. You had PlayStation fans celebrating that, talking about this a GOAT month for that, but it was the same PlayStation fans that said they was against day and date, and Sony didn't need to do it. But now you celebrate. Let me stop. Man. But we look. Y'all remember how subscription service and Game Pass with rental services and all that, and then when Sony changed when Sony came out with their own, y'all see how all that changed. Y'all see how all the people that was treasuring Game Pass ran and got them a PlayStation subscription. But I digress. Let me pull that out.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Let's see here.
Cause I'm just looking at the future titles of Bungie. It's third party. They for the streets. On top of getting that deal in the bag from Sony. But go ahead and post. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so this is what we're gonna move on. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we knocked out PC Game Pass, Wolong, we knocked out Square Enix. What we got left, we even did Forspoken.
Microsoft
y'all wanted, I know, Noah, you wanted to talk about that Phil Spencer interview, correct?
Oh. Yeah, we can do that.
All right. And then after that, we got the ABK update, and then we're going to get up on out of here, all right? All right, y'all. Let's see here. Let me see here. Where's that? Let me bring this up here.
All right, doing that. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Understand.
They came home and Microsoft was taking a dump in the toilet.
Mama, who is this? Y'all, we rocking.
That's your new daddy. That's your new daddy.
I think it was on his page.
Aaron, they played straight day one on PS Plus with no hesitation.
Man, bro. Man, they don't. You see that now? They talk about how PS Plus is better than Game Pass now. They ain't got no problem with it now. Now that they're getting, and we knew this. We said this. Soon that Sony comes out with their own version, all that stuff gonna change. Let me see here. Where is it? Oh yeah, Sony buying Take Two, y'all. Sony buying Take Two. Man, get the fuck out. Stop playing. Hey, we are a channel of integrity over here. We don't promote, advertise, or even want to entertain fake news. Like, stop that, bro. Sony barely had the purse to buy goddamn. We didn't even talk about the Kojima thing either. Okay, let me do this. Here we go. I'll say, here we go. Let's see here.
Oh, that pig. Oh, I know what you're talking about. We can do it. We can talk about it on while we playing the game tomorrow.
A lot of
while we playing Wulong tomorrow.
Anytime we're making big moves, people that are supportive of what we're trying to do, whatever.
You get the good part, or we got the long part.
A lot of excitement. I think for the industry, and I think this is right.
There's that Halo edition
about
Xbox Series.
What does this mean? What does
in the back? That
consolidation
boy
mean?
fire. I still got that in the house.
How is this going to affect competition? We're obviously spending a lot of time with regulators on those same questions, and I think for a deal this size, that makes the right sense. Like we should be able to
threw me off with the yellow hair sidebar. I didn't understand
that. I think if you take a binary position of every kind of business move is wrong or every kind of business move is right, that's probably not the right way to do it. But thinking about competition and are there kind of remedies that we should put in place to ensure that healthy competition matters. Like I'm very supportive of that. But it has been fun to see the Xbox community just see that the companies behind continues to be behind what we're trying to do. I can't wait to get it done.
Yeah, me too. Cannot wait. And I'm always curious to know, from Xbox's perspective, how do you see, or why do you even see Activision as an exciting prospect to have within the Xbox family?
Yeah, because we spent so much time talking about Call of Duty on PlayStation. Like it's just the topic, because I think it's, not to minimize it, it's kind of the easiest topic to go to. If you think about Xbox as only people who play on console, then you say, okay, how does this impact our competition with PlayStation, another console? I'll say from the beginning of this, it was never about that. We never had in our model anywhere where we're pulling Call of Duty or something away from PlayStation.
Tackling.
No, yeah, and I know for the Xbox community specifically, they might eye roll at this, but as we think about what we're trying to do at Xbox, we want to build a gaming platform where the world's best creators can build games to reach players anywhere. Whether they're playing on console, great, playing on PC, playing on their smart TV or their phone.
You know, listen to them.
Let's go.
Listen to them. Hold on.
Console, great, playing on PC, Xbox.
Yeah.
Whether they're playing on console, great, playing on PC, playing on their smart TV or their phone. And every time we work.
Did you hear a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation in there?
Zero.
Did you hear a Nintendo or a PlayStation Switch in there?
Zero.
This is for them people that keep saying that Xbox is becoming third party. I'm also want to play one more part of this, and then we're gonna get a breakdown of this. Hold on.
Going through our logic, what we realized, and it's painfully obvious, is that we don't really have any capability on mobile today, on phones. We don't have our studios. It's not what they've grown up doing.
They own all the mobile patents there.
So it's really a space that's very foreign to us, but it's the largest gaming platform on the planet.
And the big wigs at King are going to know a thing or two about
mobile.
Will. Huh?
And I mean, like Call of Duty Mobile and Diablo Immortal, right? So for us, the logic really started from how do we gain more capability on mobile, both creatively as well as having users. But also, obviously, when you look at what Activision Blizzard King is, the PC heritage there, the stuff we can do with Gamepass, I think will be great for the community and people who are on Xbox. But the real strategic angle behind this was we need to get relevant on mobile, and it turns out that Activision Blizzard King is the largest mobile publisher outside of China. So
say it again. Say it again. Hold on, we're gonna bring it back. Outside of China, right? Because it's hard to buy business in China. It ain't that easy. Bobby Kotick told y'all that on CNBC, right? Say it again.
Angle behind this was we need to get relevant on mobile, and it turns out that Activision Blizzard King is the largest mobile publisher outside of China.
Bar.
Call of Duty was the bonus. Call of Duty was the bonus. And y'all, look, I didn't even know that. I did not know that Activision Blizzard King was the largest mobile publisher outside of China. Because when you add China, when you bring China in there, you're talking about Tencent. You got a lot of other big publishers. When you start bringing China in there, and then Activision starts to fall down that list. He said we wanted to get, so we went and brought the biggest mobile publisher outside of China. What are we doing here?
A whole entire bar.
Listen to what he's saying. He said they didn't just have step. Believe me, they could have went and got a few mobile companies here, some small companies here, this and that, this and that. We won't. Okay, who the biggest outside of China? Right? Activision Blizzard King. Who is Activision Blizzard King? They are an American company. Who are they in competition? They're in competition with China. Activision. If I'm Activision and I'm looking at how the landscape of the industry is, we need help. Because we gonna need more than Call of Duty. We're gonna need more than World of Warcraft, and we're gonna need more than Candy Crush to compete with the 10 cents in the bike dance of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why we're fighting for this. Because we need this more than Microsoft need us. But we are important to Microsoft. Because as the biggest mobile publisher outside of China, it's not just buying a small company, right? You just brought a whole mobile and a successful one, the biggest one outside of the foreign ones. What a way to come into mobile. It also sets precedents to the other people in that space that Microsoft is serious about not just console gaming or PC gaming. We're serious about mobile gaming too. And you know how serious we are? We're going to go and buy the biggest mobile publisher outside of China. That's how serious we are.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we're coming.
Yep.
Call of Duty is just a bonus. Why you think they're giving it away like that? Here, Sony, you can have Call of Duty. Nvidia, you want some too? Stadia, if you were still alive,
we'll still give it to you.
You would have had Call of Duty on one of the best streaming services
platforms out there. Period.
Nintendo, you can have it too. Because we know mobile,
you get some duty.
Is 52% of the gaming market by yourself. I don't understand why people shun mobile. It's a mobile game. Companies over there eating.
Good.
The industry is over there eating without cinematic graphics, without AAA quality games, with the most cartoonish games you will ever see in your life. They are over there eating. I know.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon Go still going.
I know.
Pokemon Go is.
I have talked to people who've been $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 on mobile game in-game purchases, in-game app purchases. 2,000, 5. How much? I didn't. 10,000 on in-game app purchases for a mobile game. Guess what they doing? They over there playing casino, poker, blackjack, Candy Crush. Some of the most goofiest looking games that are going on phone, but they over there.
Roblox.
It's over by itself. It's over there tearing the console. Console industry ain't messing with mobile. Nothing. Go ahead, Noah, take it from here. My girl is calling me again. I tell y'all my phone won't ring it. None today. Now, I'm
going to piggyback what you talking about, Post. They bought the king of microtransactions. Activision Blizzard. Call of Duty. You see all the skins they be dropping? Yo, pay attention to that, Mello?
Bro, I invested heavily into mobile in the direction of what I'm doing, like as a side project. I'm invested heavily into mobile. So when I came on the scene with all those debates that I won on Z Show, and I was kept arguing back and forth with these guys about mobile in the digital market, it's coming to fruition. So I'm sitting here just chilling. Like everybody else got to catch up to where I'm at eventually. In my eyes, because I've been saying this since day one. You cannot compete with something that everyone has in their back pocket. Everyone has a cell phone. You see what you see what they're doing right now with the regulators. Like the government is just not catching up on how massive mobile market is, to the point where they're trying to
they shaking things up with Google and Apple.
In the TikTok situation, they saying like, yo, all they got to do is whip their phone out and sign into an account, and they got access to everything.
That run is over. I'm telling y'all now. Y'all might don't see it.
And it does not matter. And what's crazy about mobile, it does not matter about the brand. You can have a Google, you can have a goddamn Apple, a Samsung. It does not matter. Our content is accessible to anybody.
Hey, look,
regardless of age.
And to piggyback off of that, right? My wife's been playing the Sims game for like years, bro. Maybe going on 5+ years. And every month, microtransaction she's buying something, a house.
I won every debate.
Clothes for one of the characters. she spent well over $70 in this one game on cell phone, and she's not a gamer.
I know bro. I'm telling you now. I know everybody now. You guys don't like transactional games, and you don't like NFT. Is like a stink word to you right now. But I'm telling you now, the future is that microtransaction and NFTs. We can allow you a free game or a free product for accessibility that you're going to walk into the store. And we just gonna spam you with everything advertisement wise. You're going to buy something, just like what you see with what's that daggone game? Fortnite. The moment they put that little Dragon Ball Z character in there, them $5 and $6 and $10 skins was flying off the shelves.
I bought Goku. I bought a Goku skin.
And then I'm telling you now, then they're gonna hit you with the limited edition. You can only get it for this amount of time. And people are going to run to it because
wait, hold on. We need to address this.
Address what?
Let's address this.
Oh, dude saying I ain't win all my debates, bro. I won every debate I was on that show. So something else. Okay. Hold on. Keep allowing ponies on the chat. I don't want to talk to the thing. Oh man, come on. Hey man, you sound like a person that don't like conflict. We like conflict. We like difference of opinions over here, bro. Regardless of how dumb it might be or how smart it might be, we enjoy everybody's conversation because not only it helps entertain this platform, but it also helps us to debug some of this BS that's out here that everybody keep running with.
Look. Let me say something on this. Stupidity is gonna be stupid, right? Stupidity is gonna be stupid, all right. And I'm not. That's not a disrespect to you, Deuces X. I know y'all want this to be like a pony free zone, like it is on Dirt Channel. Look, I don't hold nothing against PlayStation dudes or Nintendo dudes. I know they jump in the chat and they say a lot of the stuff that they feel and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff is to troll y'all, to get y'all. They know y'all get uncomfortable, so they do what pushes y'all buttons. Now, if it comes to the line where they get disrespectful, talking about your family members, anything personal, anything like that, that's what we get them up out of here. But I can't block someone for their personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring all gamers. You want to bring all gamers in and be having a good logical discussion. I know sometimes the ponies make it hard to do so. You know what I'm saying? And you check them and move along. Sometimes you can ignore them, but I don't want to. Okay, I got you. I'm saying, but I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to block or mute someone because of their personal opinion. Do I expect ponies to show up in this chat? Hell yeah, they show up in my comment section on Twitter. Do I block them? Everywhere I go, they show up. On Twitter or wherever I'm at, on Z Channel, wherever I'm at, they show up, even on Twitter. Now, on Twitter, do I block and mute? Only the ones who are personally disrespectful. And I had to block some people because they took it away from gaming and mute.
On some personal level,
on some personal shit, and I got them up out of there.
Right.
But if they're trolling on game, if they troll me, I'm gonna troll them. Right. And look, and the only reason why they're here is because they don't have a PlayStation podcast to go to. It's not that many out there, right? And most of them are boring, right? Because
most of them talk about Xbox.
They talk
that's
about
why.
Xbox.
And that's
all
why.
of them.
They,
all of them.
they show up to Xbox podcast because when they go to PlayStation, ain't nobody talking about PlayStation. They over there having a discussion about Xbox.
A conversation about Xbox, and then
You
they
feel
bring
me?
that type of tools.
You feel
or
me?
that
So
little ammo over here.
I understand y'all want me to boot people and get people out of here. If Christopher Hart in the chat says, let him be stupid. If he sounds stupid, let him sound stupid. You don't have to entertain it or nothing like that. You know, I know what Christopher Hart did. He here to troll. He here to intentionally get on you all nerves, right? Right. I almost booed him out when he kept bringing up that when he kept coming over here, you know, intentionally on that Z shit. You know what I'm saying? After I told him we not on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But look, I want to be able to entertain everybody. And if it gets to a point, to that box in the chat, if it gets to a point where that's not feasible, then we'll start getting them the hell up out of here. Right? But as long as they keep it gaming and give their opinion, whether it's logical or illogical, you have the right or choice to choose to entertain it or not. All right? Like for once. Like this dude. Tencent does not compete in the console space. How does this help Xbox console?
They do compete in the console.
They do compete in the console space. See, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna call these idiots out. We're gonna put them on the big screen, and we're gonna show them why they're idiots if they're being idiots. Yeah, he's literally saying Tencent don't compete in the console space. Though Tencent got percentages in a lot of hell, they have a big stake in Epic.
Facts. Hold on, he got too.
They literally tried to buy force Ubisoft out and buy them.
You see the profile pic. He got the fake waves with the ball spot in the back. Look at
this is idiot. How does Tencent?
There you go.
I don't need that.
PUBG.
Hold on. The question doesn't even make
Xbox get AAA games.
The question don't even make sense. In what vein? I said Microsoft is going to help Activision compete against the Tencents of the world, and he has asked a dumbass question talking about how does Tencent the question don't even correlate to what we even talking about.
He doubled down. Where the 10-cent console at?
Where's the 10-cent? Square Enix don't own a console, but PlayStation go to them for exclusives.
He says, look at this stupid shit, right? This is what lets you know, right? This is what lets you know that a lot of PlayStation dudes don't really know the company that they trump, right? They trump it, right? Sony has a big record label. How does that help PlayStation console? Right? Because their music division publishes one of the biggest mobile games that they have, which is worth $1 billion, which is the part of the Fate Stay series. If you up on anime,
he ain't ready.
Sony Music Division publishes a mobile game that's a part of the Fate Stay series that's worth $1 billion. Is Uncharted $1 billion franchise? Has Last of Us became $1 billion franchise? Has Dick see this what I'm talking about?
Man.
They don't know. One of their biggest games, right? Because we know GT7 is $1 billion franchise. Their next $1 billion franchise is a mobile game.
I think it's funny how they say PlayStation is all about organic growth, and they out here signing third-party deals with everybody to keep them off of the platform.
You see this
That's
idiot?
just me, though.
See, that's what you call trolling. You bought a $500 console for Candy Crush. Now, see, this is a normal PlayStation guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they try to take, just say name one game, right? And then they instantly try to say, you brought that console for one game. Though you got game, though you tell them you got Game Pass. Though you tell them you got access to 400-500 games. You tell them you got thousands and thousands of games, right? He want to say you brought a $500 console for Candy Crush. What the hell does that have to do with what we're talking about?
I got a question for Roberto. Hey, yo, Roberto, you gonna be on that volcano high?
Who?
Did you spend $500 to play Volcano High? Huh?
Look it up, Mello. Volcano High.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
I'm
just looking at the slowness. But
see, this is what they do. This is what they do.
Even with what he's saying, though, it doesn't make any sense because Candy Crush is part of the gaming division at Microsoft. So the money, the revenue that's coming in supports the AAA gaming. Duh, motherfucker!
Candy Crush by itself outdoes World of Warcraft and Call of Duty.
Teach that man
Volcano High is that
yeah.
fire?
This
I don't understand why people shit on Candy Crush like it don't put up numbers.
This is what he bought that post headset for, and the haptic feedback, and the external SSD to play Volcano High. This is the kind of logic they be using.
Man.
But we wish you all the best, man.
How does mobile look? Yeah.
We wish you all the best, man.
We
ain't saving too much time.
No more attention. But that's an idiot. That's an idiot.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna say this: the middle ground.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
It's gonna help Xbox. Just like Call of Duty was fun in all the first party titles.
Say it again. Did he? What did he say? He said, "Have mobile is gonna have Xbox."
Just like Call of Duty funded all those PlayStation games you love. That came out of Sony's mouth.
Sony say, "Look,
them niggas keep the lights on over here."
Sony, you see Activision over there regulators. Sony, you see the Activision over there regulators? Yeah.
He said, Zaddy,
we don't own them, right? We don't own them regulators, but they got an IP over there. Y'all own them. We don't own the IP either. But what's going? That IP helps fund our first party games.
Nah.
And without it, we'll cease to exist.
Call it right, Zaddy. So pay the lights over here.
So this is what I will say. I will say this from here on out. From here on out, my bots in the chat. Whenever a pony asks you, how does that make Xbox great? The same way Call of Duty make PlayStation great. Bars. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? The same way that Call of Duty makes PlayStation great. That's how it makes Xbox great.
Big fact.
My God.
Did that answer your question, Roberto?
I hope so.
Note,
from now on, we're gonna give y'all like 3 highlights so y'all can get on the Jumbotron for y'all dumb questions. After that, we need some
Radiance facts.
We need some donos.
Radiance, bro. When Bug Snacks came out, they was hyping it up.
Man, they
straight
Bug
Snacks. Goodbye Volcano High.
Good blowing in the controller.
They was Radiance. They was hyping it. It got an 80 this. It's actually a good game. What are we? Huh?
Good long control while you blowing in the controller. What are you talking about?
Gummy. So when they ask, that's the first. And see, they only ask that question, right? When they can't defend what you're saying, right? Mm-hmm. When they know you're spinning facts, right?
Call it deflect,
and they don't have anything to refute what you're saying, this they go to. Well, how does that make Xbox great? The same way Call of Duty made Sony first party great. Fuck is you talking about?
Hey, you heard it here first. State of gaming.
What are we doing here? You seen the Phil Spencer interview. Man, say your piece on it, man. So we can hurry up and get out. These brothers, I see what they talk Yeezy and them talking about. You know what I'm saying? We might have to get some of you brothers up out of here.
Nah. From now on, we're just gonna scroll past them. They're gonna have to drop that dono to have them to have a conversation. That's what they're gonna have to do. Go ahead, Noah. Do your thing.
You know what?
I ain't gonna take too much time, man.
Hold on.
Oh snap.
Get him up out of here.
Oh man.
I see why Xbox want Activision. Poor people can't afford consoles, but they can play Candy Crush with them strategies. This ain't $1 million, nigga. This a paycheck to paycheck talking about poor people. Get them up out of here. This a paycheck to paycheck, dude. Talking about poor people.
Why you got the Vanilla Ice profile?
Get him up out of here.
What's up with the Vanilla Ice pose? Yo.
Oh my God, bro. What's wrong?
Get him up out of here. We don't do that. We don't do that around here. However, someone look, value is value. It is hard. It is a hard time for everybody. The cost of living is up. Rent is up. Food is up. Everything is up.
Man,
right?
Companies downsizing.
Right. So if somebody needs to a lower cost barrier to access something, then more power to them. And I'm glad the option is out there in a time where everything is where you're paying $8 for a carton of eggs. What are we doing here? We're not going to make fun of poor people. I come from nothing. Most of the people on this panel got it out the mud. Most of these people in the chat got it out the mud.
Facts.
Post to your.
We ain't finna make fun of them.
I've never seen anybody advocate buying every single movie on Netflix. Why are you watching Netflix? You should be buying the games. You must be broke.
Or buying the movie, yeah.
We stream music all day. We play Spotify and Apple Music. You need to be buying these CDs, streaming.
These are the main people that was on that when the pay-per-view joint come out. They're trying to find a website to watch it on.
They on the free sites. Expeditious.
These are the same people a couple of years ago was on Pirate Bay because they didn't want to go to the show and buy and pay for a movie. We're not finna make fun of the less fortunate. We don't do that over here because I'm pretty sure we done all been through rough and tough financial times. We done all been in positions where we might didn't have it. I know I have. I ain't scared to say it. It's life.
Yeah,
bro.
That's what makes you who you are.
That's lessons.
When you have to go through that, let me tell you something, and we're gonna keep going. It's not the positive things in life that you should be happy about, right? It should be the hard things that you have to deal with. Just like in a relationship, it shouldn't be the good things in a relationship. It should be when y'all go through turmoil because that's what helps shape and define the relationship. When you're not on the right accord or the same accord, when you're having your issues, the same thing apply to life. When you're going through something and you're down in it on your, that's where experience come in because once you go through it, the next time you go through it, you're going to know how to get out of it. But if you never go through it, come on now. Look, man.
Pass that collection plate to the left. We out here. We giving y'all too much sauce right now. Pass that collection plate to the left. We done went to
never
church.
experienced the struggle.
Get him up. And if he come in here with his stock account, get his ass up out of here. We're not making fun of the less fortunate.
Oh, man.
I don't even use the term poor people. What are we doing here?
Church and some motion today.
Yeezy's fact. We all come from the trenches. At some point, we all had to get it out the mud. At some point, we all had to scrape, beg, and borrow. Even when our pride didn't want us to.
Man.
And I'm telling you, bro, you don't know how to appreciate the success if you ain't never experienced the struggle.
That's
facts. You can't appreciate standing if you ain't learned how to fall. Or if you haven't felt. If you ain't seen the ground. What are we doing here, man? Let's keep Noah, speak your piece on this feeling so we can get out of here, man. We ain't gonna even do an ABK update. I'm gonna come back maybe tomorrow or something. Or Monday, man, and give y'all a what's the name? We've been here for about 3 hours, man. Go say your piece, Noah.
Well, I'm just gonna summarize what Phil said. So pretty much, Phil was like, Microsoft has never taken a game off another platform. Elder Scrolls, Doom, the
Wolfenstein, all that.
Wolfenstein, yeah. They don't plan on taking Call of Duty from PlayStation. If anything, the Call of Duty has found even more success since they introduced crossplay. But he did say now there's some surprises coming, some additions to Game Pass, things that haven't been announced.
Yeah.
It said, what do you say? Exclusives. Like we can still expect new titles to be exclusive to Xbox. And he reiterated, remember,
Yeah.
these PlayStation fanboys out here, it was gonna be third party, no more Xbox exclusives.
Yeah.
Of course, he's gonna release them on PC and Xbox, but this is what defines a platform is exclusive. So on that note, there is a reason to get an Xbox or a PC or just be in the Xbox ecosystem altogether, because there is going to be games that you can't play anywhere else. Just the existing titles, the legacy games, like we've been telling for years, post your Call of Duties, Diablos. You can expect those games on PlayStation, but when these new IPs hit, only on the Xbox.
Yeah, and I think that's going to work well for Microsoft, being that Sony only made this about Call of Duty and no other game, right? About Call of Duty and no other game. And then when Nintendo and Nvidia came they came for Call of Duty, no other game. So, your main goal is Candy Crush, because you want the engagement numbers. Also, you want the numbers that comes along with that in terms of how many people is in their ego. Say, I think at one point it was like at 400 million.
On what?
And Activision had 400 million users. Yeah. I think at one point you want that. That's just important as the IP itself. That data that comes with the 400 million users and the 400 million users, and I think people have been blindsided by that as well. The 400 million users are just important. It might be even more important than the IP Call of Duty that we're talking about. Okay.
And look at Minecraft.
Yeah.
They use Minecraft as an example.
Yeah.
They didn't pull Minecraft from PlayStation.
No.
They've expanded Minecraft.
You still get all the legacy titles. But that goes to show, look, we'll give y'all Call of Duty. Anything else outside of that is going to be exclusive to the ecosystem. Anything new that we make is going to be exclusive to the ecosystem. Legacy titles will stay there. Crash Bandicoot, all of that stuff, it will stay there, but it will move into Game Pass. So I think that's fair. Sony, you get your Call of Duty based on the concessions we make with regulators. I think one of the big issues there is going to be pricing, in terms of how much Microsoft is going to charge on the store percentages and stuff, on the percentage side with the store, as well as PlayStation Plus. I think that's going to be a big piece of discussion. But I heard that Microsoft will give them a better deal than what they have currently with Activision. So we'll see how that plays out. But man, we want to thank y'all for showing up tonight. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for supporting the chat, the stream. My mods, man, y'all be on standby, man. I'm starting to see what y'all talking about. Only on Xbox, Deuces X. I see what y'all talking about. I have seen the light today. You feel me? So y'all stand on standby. I'm gonna be mod some more y'all up, man. I need a mod. We need a mod army in here, man. We need a mod army. One bad apple can spoil a bunch. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But we gonna build the mod army in here. Oh, Snooki, I got you. Not what? Who just? Oh, Snooki retracted that. Let me mod you, Snooki.
Hey, I do have a rant though before we end the show. I got a rant against Phil Spencer though.
Go ahead.
Can I speak my piece?
Go ahead. Do your thing. Oh, let me
mod. Because of Phil, I haven't had time to spend with my family. Call out for work.
What?
I call out for work. I don't have time to spend.
I just made Ray mod.
I was late to the show. You just gave me too many games to play, man.
I got you, Merc.
Too many games on Game Pass. I can't beat them all, Phil. Slow down.
Man.
Slow down, Phil. We hurting.
Sniper team commence.
You dropped the Atomic Heart last week. Now I'm playing Wolong. I can't keep up.
Let me tell you something. Noah been playing the game the whole show. Y'all know that, right?
Man,
He's been playing the game when the whole show. Don't come to me, y'all talking about Noah don't talk enough or do none of that. That cause the nigga be playing the game the whole show. And the only reason why Mello is talking as much, cause he probably not playing 2K right now. If he was playing 2K, would none of these dudes be saying anything?
Why you put my business out like that?
but yeah, we're gonna get the sniper team, man. Y'all let me know, man. Oh, Fark, I got you too, man. I got you too, Fark. Yes, sir. We gonna put the sniper team together, man, because we're gonna get some order. We're gonna get some order over here, man. We not fun at that funny stuff, and we definitely ain't finna be talking about poor people or people's situations and stuff like that. I really feel that's distasteful, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. We try to, and the reason why I was, letting them in, because we're trying to be in broad in terms of our conversation. I know there's a lot of podcasts out there that's dedicated Xbox, but we got all consoles over here. Noah got Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and VR. Mello got Xbox, PlayStation,
Metaverse, VR,
and all that too. So we talk about those things. I got Xbox and PlayStation because we have those things, and we play it whenever there's something to play on a PlayStation. But Gamepass been so, what I'm saying. But look, man, thank you all for coming through. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Shout out to all the people, all the members that subscribe to the channel and stuff like that. We appreciate y'all. We're going to get up out of here. I'm sweating right now. I got this hat on. Y'all can't even see the beads that's rolling down my face. But we've been 3 hours in. We're going to, this is about the third or fourth 3 hour podcast we have. But you know what I'm saying? Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in and giving us y'all time. We out of here, okay? Peace, love. We'll see y'all later. Oh, they gave me
peace, love.
Okay, peace.
Yeah. Let's go. Smalls, I think we gotta talk to him for a bit. Okay. I'm surrounded by dungeons and dragons and petty wagons. The poor petty the wagon, begging for change in heaven. Liquor store next to the churches, they walking past it. On the very same corner, asking for blessings. Sitting here talking to God, expressing confessions, asking questions. They say don't ask, but I need answers to these cancers affecting my daily mansions. Demons exit and enter, left and right of my gender, but I remain center. Cold world of summer exit for winter. Fuck mics, this is sex with a pencil. No next mental text, paint pictures like aerosol stencils. Aerosol, no aerosol. 10 shots dead at y'all with no care at all. Hammers get carried on and carried off. Bodies get carried on and hurried off. This a Midwest nigga. You and me, real lyrics, no truancy. Minus running streets, visit hip-hop in this eulogy. Quicker than velocity, you little niggas is squash to me. Smaller than apostrophe, insanity's my philosophy. No discrepancies, cuts, they won't infection me. My trigger pulling wreck, having sex with the trajectory. Without the message, a message in the intestine. Watch, I bring it from the stomach, harder than the erection beat. I spit it loose, they saying they bringing truth, but it's far from being truth like presidential selection. Straight jacket music, I'm welcoming any challenger. Treat the words like an amateur, let them fight in my pulpit. They bullshitting, no bullshit. I'm focused like better lenses on HD cameras. I'm like a catalyst. Know the game like an analyst. Cable connect challenge. It's deli, we putting fire on wax without the candle lit. Bread on his head, kill it dead and get the bounty back. Life's just a bitch and I'm probably where you gon' find her.